would be probably why I don't recognize it. Yeah, get your hype up in chat. Should be starting here. Actually, here we go.
Big key to Ice Palace right off the bat.
We opened a whole one chest.
Yeah, one of the kind of more useless big keys to find right away.
Well, it's going to have like hookshot in it now that you said that.
Totally, I've cursed it already.
Early Ice Palace actually isn't the worst thing. I'd prefer to do Ice Palace more than quite a few other dungeons. Usually it's early pod, though. Oh, we got Houlihan being set up. Oh, he didn't go in the door, though. Ooh, look at the 8 bomb drop from the tree.
That is a nice tree pull, yeah.
Did he get it? He got it. Okay, cool. Suppose you don't... Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I see a lot of runners go with the Houlihan room in Keysanity in particular. It's a little hard to pick up cash sometimes, given a seed.
Yeah, I've actually started doing that at the very beginning of my routing, because you hit Sanctuary, do Houlihan, and then you get to go straight into Link's house. Depending on your routing from there, it just depends. Like, if he takes the southern route, actually, he's one of those runners who go eastern first.
Or we buying some bombs, maybe.
Yeah, he's going to go buy bombs.
Ooh, Fire Rod.
That is an early Fire Rod. Well, that's a good source of damage early in the game, though.
Yes, that's very true.
And he already found a full magic pickup, so... Good start for Yume. And there's the full magic pickup for Rudolph.
And hey, you're right. Actually, Rudolph is going for the Eastern Palace and maybe Hashra's hut play.
Yeah, so there's a group of players. I'm not sure all of them, but they subscribe to this early Eastern play. The first thing they'll do is they'll go hit up Hashra's hut and they'll hit up Eastern even before Kakariko.
Yeah, I've thought about changing up the way that I route through the game here. You know, when Kakariko seems like the safe bet, but if you make a play somewhere else, it might work out in your favor. Moon Pearl in Blind's Hut, though.
And all that Rudolph has found so far is a map to Tower of Hera. And Hera's green, I guess, that he talked to Sahasra when I looked away. So you find out what the green pendant is, and then you immediately get the map for it.
Rendering that map utterly useless.
We'll see how good Kakariko is, though. There's still a few chests they get to check. There's Book. I want something more exciting than Book. Come on, game. There we go, Power Gloves.
A Bombos and a small key for Palace of Darkness there. With the Book and Fire Rod, those are like nice things leading towards Desert, but we're just waiting on, I guess, the big key.
How about the hammer in the first chest of Eastern?
Whoa!
So both runners actually made good plays. So here's depending on how long it takes Yume to get over to Eastern, depending on how much of the world they checked prior, I guarantee you Rudolph's probably going to Eastern next, and we'll already have Dark World access almost instantly.
Yeah, that's very true.
And Fighter Sword in Eastern already. And Shovel at the bar.
So both runners picking up some value here in their locations they've chosen to explore first.
I mean, who doesn't keep a shovel in the back of their bar, though? I didn't catch what was in Library Ledge, did you?
I don't think it was anything that important, or else I think I would have made a note of it in my brain there. Just Just kind of missed it, I think.
Might have been a sword. No, heart piece library. Thank you, chat.
It's surprising how quickly I see the heart piece there, and I immediately just goes right out of my brain. Like I don't even think about it anymore. I think I've been running too much rando here.
Yeah, it's because you're automatically filtering useful information in and out of your brain. Because there's so much going on in Randomizer, especially Keysanity, that you just have to filter out that useless data. So like ledge, lumberjack, anything you can eliminate, it's just a spot you don't have to remember for later.
Very true. Picking up the Fisher-Price shield in the dam here.
Chat's asking if the sprite on the left is a player. Wait. Oh, they're asking if Popoy is a guy or girl.
I don't know if that's ever been officially determined. I don't know. It seems like it's a sprite, fairy kind of character. So I don't know. Maybe someone has the official word on it, but I don't think so.
Yeah, Popoy is a sprite character from Secret of Mana. I haven't played the game in depth enough to know that answer. I'm sure go with chat. Most of chat saying it's a guy, or the sprite is a sprite. So anything else exciting going on? We have Blue Mail drowned in the dam. Mushroom. So if you're Yume, is Yume gonna go fast Eastern? Or is Yume gonna go get all these fetch quest items that the game's giving them in the beginning?
Might do a little bit of fetch stuff. I'm thinking we might see a Hyrule Castle play.
So chat's going all in on this Popoy discussion. Apparently in the U.S. it's marketed as a boy, but in the original Japanese version, it's gender neutral.
Yeah, I think that sounds about right. It feels like they would market it that way in the States.
Yeah, there we go. Number play, Googled it. Same answer. Popoy in the original work is genderless. The U.S. transition made it a boy. Big key for Eastern out of the Ice Cave.
Okay, so that's probably going to push Yume to Eastern then.
Yeah, that's probably going to push Yume to Eastern right now. Nope, Shovel first. That's not a bad decision. Go ahead and get Shovel out of the way.
I can get behind that.
So what are you most excited to see? Like, what do you want one item to elude them for a while, or do you just want this to be fairly linear today?
I would be okay. Oh, the mirror in the dig spot. Wow.
So here's the thing about this seed so far is loading them for shovel. Or not shovel, it's loading them for items. Now, how much will keys be in effect here? They found 2 big keys already. One of which is a required if Eastern Palace is a pendant or a crystal. The other of which opens 1 chest. It is not required for dungeon completion.
Yeah, it's we're gonna find that even though it's item heavy right now, there's definitely gonna be one or two items that are gonna be a tough find. As for the status of all the keys, yeah, we're getting another one for Dark Palace there, so it might be heading towards an early pod play. I don't know.
I'll be fair, you don't actually want to do pod early. The only way you want to do pod is usually when you have 4 keys, hammer, and bow.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, given that it is one of the your dungeons to keep track of all your keys. It's a rough play to have to go in with less than that, for sure.
Yeah, that was a fairly healthy back of escape, though. There was 2 full heart containers back there.
That's really nice to see, especially seeing as we haven't seen any other hearts so far, pretty much.
Oh my gosh, you may got powder too. We got all 3 fetch quest items in the first, like, 20 minutes of Light World. 10 minutes of Light World, never mind. I'll just look at this clock.
And one of those fetch quest items has already paid off, so we'll have to see if the others do as well.
So this is interesting. Yume is deciding to do everything else. Like, we thought the key would, like, trigger Yume to go to Eastern. But Yume is literally going everywhere else. Went and did shovels, now going to do escape.
I guess without bow in hand, just thinking that why go in when you can't clear it?
Yeah, but we know Hammer's in there. And
Yeah,
Sword.
yeah. So we're kind of like willing Yume over that way.
Well, rip any kind of fetch quest chain. Ooh, the big key to Meyer is in the first part of escape. Oh man, this seed's being too generous. What's the troll here?
Yeah. Something's coming.
Is this going to be one of those that's like everything is given to you real fast, clear all the dungeons, but then there's a required item inside of a pendant with the big key in GT? Is this going to be one of those type of seeds?
It could be. It could be. It's got the makings of that kind of seed for sure.
You don't want Ganon's Tower keep head. What you want is you want them to be forced to go into Ganon's Tower to get a big something for a pendant dungeon in order to get the last required item for Ganon's Tower. So something like hook shot if they don't know how to hover, or bow.
Yeah, or one of the pendant dungeons being Meyer or Turtle Rock and finding the medallion in Ganon's Tower, and then finding the big key in that dungeon.
Yeah, something like that. That would be the greatest troll.
Yes.
If we were hoping for great trolls. So Rudolph's gonna get the mirror. See, if I got the mirror there and I started getting all the other fetch quest items, I would just start going and turning everything in.
Yeah, right. I wonder if, given that he's got Hammer Power Glove, might go for Hype Cave here. But hasn't done South Shore yet, so maybe we'll do that first.
Going over towards desert?
Okay, sure.
I mean, he can get into desert, so he can get one item, Agonized Cave, and the ledge item. I didn't catch what was in the basement chest.
Just some bombs.
Okay. I mean, to be fair, Yume could have sword if Yume would go towards Eastern, which looks like Yume is going now. Yume will get a hammer and a sword.
Yeah, then with all of those pieces in place, it'll be interesting to see where each of our runners goes. Quake Medallion in Agona's Cave.
Yeah, so the medallion is slowly trickling away as a possibility. This is a lot of fast items, though.
Yeah, pretty loaded front half here, or front 15.
Well, here's the thing, Rywek, and you run this, so you know there really is no weird plays in Keysanity. It's really just the opinion of the runner at the time. I mean, everybody has their own routing decisions, and everyone can be right. There really is no wrong way, especially at the beginning, to really start a race.
And it is kind of tricky when you're given so many items right off the bat. Like, which direction do you go? With so many options, it becomes a little bit tough to figure out which is the right play and which is the wrong play, which means there really is no right or wrong way to do anything at the beginning.
Yeah, hammer was found already. Yume is about to get hammer. It's in the first chest of Eastern. And so far, what they can do in desert, unless they have a key I don't know about, is useless. Ooh, level 2 sword on the torch.
So will we be seeing the boots at some point soon, or?
That's possible. Oh, Rudolph, you're not going to do this, are you? There's no reason. There's only one reason for Rudolph to come out this way. Nope, he's gonna get the fine bomb upgrade. Okay, that's interesting. For a second, I thought he was gonna steal the key.
Yeah, that's in Keysanity. That seems like a really bad move.
It just depends. It depends on if that dungeon is in the logic or not.
Yeah.
And for chat, SNES 9X, yeah, that's there's you can't use certain versions of it, but yeah, that is usually the most played emulator for the SAC. But you can actually use a cart too. I know some people still prefer to play on their actual SNES using a cart.
So Yume coming up on the big chest here. This will be interesting to see what's in here because Rudolph was not able to check this when he came through.
And 5-arrow upgrade.
Whole lot of nothing. It's interesting that Rudolph hasn't chosen to jump into the Dark World yet. I don't know. I feel like you want to keep going, and I would go for Dark World stuff at this point.
Well, there's a big reason I would not go to Dark World as Rudolph.
Yeah, right. I forgot 3 hearts.
3 hearts. He does have blue mail, so everything doesn't do 2 damage plus anymore. But still, 3 hits, 3 to 4 hits, and you're dead is pretty bad. So we got Rudolph picking up the mini Moldorm Cave items, which isn't really that much. Just a mushroom and a small key to GT. Ooh, I didn't see that. Tracker shows you may have picked up a Castle Tower small key.
Ooh, interesting.
Where has Yume been this different, though?
Was that in Hyrule Castle Escape?
Possibly. It almost had to be an escape, that's right. Yume has done like all of escape. I don't know if Rudolph's even touched escape yet.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, but for a lot of the information that Chad's asking about, like what you can use and what you can't use and stuff like that, it's all on the. If you go and look up the speedrunning community and all the rules and stuff for it, it has all that listed. What you can use, what you can't use, what you need to do, etc., etc. So Yume did go straight into Dark World and is going straight into Skull Woods, which is actually fully clearable already.
Yeah, with 5 hearts, it will be a tough fight, but it is completely doable.
5 hearts fighter sword. Ooh, there's Lamp. Lamp not going to hide in the logic from these players today.
So that puts Death Mountain into the logic for the runners.
True, it does, and that puts it all the way up to they can get all of East too, with Mirror and Hammer. They can't do Hookshot Cave and they can't do Dark World at all right now, except for Spike Cave area. They don't have Titan's Mist yet.
It kind of feels like even though you can get up to Death Mountain now, I would guess that there probably isn't too much up there. Just a feeling.
Gosh, now that you said that, there's going to be a sword upgrade and Hookshot, or boots.
Absolutely. And we're actually going to get a bit of an earlier look at it because Rudolph looks like they're heading up through the dark rooms to save the old man there.
Yeah, and I don't hate this. I mean, sequence breaking logic a little bit, but we know now that it's really not that much of a sequence break.
Wow, and quaking the squirrels. How about that?
Oh yeah, makes them killable. I actually like that. I hate those dead rocks.
They are the worst. So Yume going right to the back of Skullwoods first, working their way from back to front, most likely. Shield upgrade in Paradox Cave there. Sorry, in Spectacle Rock Cave.
Now we're just waiting for the next exciting thing to happen. I mean, the most exciting thing right now is Yume looks like is going to attempt a 5-heart Mothula with Fighter Sword.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting. I hope they can pull it off.
I do not think I'm brave enough for this. Well, I guess they do have Hammer too, so it's not a full just Fighter Sword, but Hammer Blue Mail 5 hearts is that's still brave.
Yeah, definitely. Rudolph dipping into Tower of Hera here to take a look at the two items available.
Oh no, taking damage. Now it's only got 4 hearts for the fight. Lamp was in the first chest in Skullwoods.
All right, here we go.
Ooh, a big key in Hera, and it's to Skullwoods. Oh, that's kind of evil. So logically, you would have had to go to Dark World, go to Skullwoods to get the lamp in order to put Death Mountain in the logic, and then the Skullwoods big key is on Death Mountain. I guess Rudolph didn't realize that? Oh, going to get
The shield upgrade that's there.
I know. I'm just curious why Rudolph didn't use the hammer and go to Eastern side of Death Mountain.
Yeah.
Look at that fight, though.
Wow.
You may just show Mothula what's up.
Took a total of 2 hearts of damage the entire fight. That's awesome.
Give some props for Yume on that one. Shoot Yume and Rudolph some followers as well.
Oh, pet check, everybody. Here we go.
Oh, the single arrow.
Sorry, chat. The dream is dead.
Yes, Rudolph did skip East Death Mountain. That's what I was making a comment on. I was actually curious why Rudolph did not go East Death Mountain with the hammer.
Yeah. Maybe entering the Dark World now from the swamp area here?
Which routing are you talking about? Gweg Games. Ooh, Titan's Mitzer and Skullwood.
Why are they always in that chest? That's happened. I've had 2 or 3 runs where that has been the case. That's a really big find. So that leaves the seed very open at this point. There are quite a few places that Yume can go with those Titan's Mitts as well in hand. Misery Mire and Desert Palace are our 5 and 6 crystals.
Sorry, I was looking up something for chat. Chat was asking, but Dragon Master got there first. Yes, this is a 0-1 bracket match. The big key to Thieves Town, right beside Thieves Town.
Do you think they're going to go in there?
I mean, I would have went in there just for the 4 chests at the beginning. Now that I can pretty much full clear it, I would definitely go in there.
Yep, I think it's a good play.
I'd probably get the other 2 items in, like he's doing. I'd probably get the other 2 items first in Village of Outcasts, but yeah. I expect to see everything cleared up through blind very shortly.
Meanwhile, we got Rudolph heading all the way out to Catfish here. I kind of hope that he has something for all of Rudolph's time that he's investing here. Ooh, smartly rooting in the mushroom drop as well here.
Interested to see if this is another fetch quest item that pays off.
That is a useless small key.
Rudolph is making chat panic.
Whoa, did we miss the sick kid with the Cane of Samaria?
I did miss it. I saw him check sick kid, but I was switching back from checking the standings page. Wow, Kane on sick kid.
I'm wondering if we'll find a flute soon, leading Yume over to Misery Mire.
I mean, all they're missing, yeah, is just what, flute? That's it?
Yeah, that's it at this point. And whatever medallion it might be.
Well, we've already found 2. We found Bombos and Quake.
Yeah, those are pretty good odds.
I like I like Citizen. I like your comment, Citizen. I like your comment. Have you read it yet in chat?
Yes, it's pretty good.
Yeah, so just so everyone in chat, take the cane from the sick kid to beat the blind person. If you've never done blind fight with Cane of Samaria, it is fun. It is probably my favorite way to beat blind.
So Rudolph's going all the way to Zora, just getting a piece of heart for his troubles there. Found the red mail with the catfish, but not a whole heck of a lot for progression.
So Rudolph's just making a bunch of interesting decisions. Like I said, making chat panic a bit.
I wonder if, like, just going for all the gambles kind of thing, knowing that Yume might be a little bit better of a runner overall with, these better times up on the SRL board there, thinking I've got to, swing for the fences kind of. I know that's the kind of thing that I would do if I was going up against someone who I knew was way better than me.
Yeah, but still some of the routing decisions have been interesting. Like, I agree that, like, the Eastern Palace play, that's super interesting choice not to go Eastern Death Mountain.
Yeah.
Or, what like chat just said, went all the way around to Catfish from Hype Cave, but didn't check Pyramid Ledge.
Ooh, huh.
And it could be, Rudolph hasn't been running a long time. It could just be partly that Rudolph is a fairly new runner. And everybody figures out the game at their own pace. So I would probably just assume it's that, chat, that Rudolph's fairly new and is just routing the way that they want to, pretty much. We'll just go with it, follow along the best we can, and see if any of the stuff he does pays off. I mean, Rudolph was the first one with Hammer. Yeah, boots are interesting. Just a big 20 from the Magic Bat. Nothing there.
I haven't had the Magic Bat pay off in ages.
It's just it's a single spot. It doesn't pay off too often. You have to have Hammer and Powder to even check it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rudolph did do Mushroom while he was checking Catfish, so he did route that in. Yume just does. I think Yume is one of the people who prefer overworld over dungeons. That's what I'm seeing, watching Yume run right now. Had the option to full clear all but one chest in Thieves Town, but has decided to do all the overworld stuff first.
Yeah, maybe just a little hesitant looking for like a map for Thieves Town first to see if it's actually a required dungeon or not. But I don't know. It feels like wow.
That is big.
So Rudolph heading up to Tower of Hera first, gets to open that chest and finds the bow. That's a big deal.
So think about that in the logic. The logic wanted you to go to Skullwoods to get the lamp, to go up to Death Mountain to go to Hera to get the Skullwoods big key, to come back to get the bow.
That's pretty trolly.
That's what the game wanted you to do. And how long is it going to be before Yume thinks that, oh, there could be something in that one Skullwoods big chest I left?
Yeah, the Skullwoods big chest is one that you usually leave until a little bit later, till your options are starting to run dry.
Yeah, so I would say, honestly, you guys are saying that Rudolph's behind. I would actually say advantage Rudolph right now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Yume's got Mothula taken care of at this point. I don't know if Rudolph would be able, or not able, but willing to take the risk on fighting Mothula now. But it's a pretty quick kill if you're set up for it. But that bow, get over to Eastern Palace and finish that dungeon off right away. Could do a little bit of pod, but again, as we've said earlier, not the best to go in there without enough keys.
Yeah, Bo versus Kane, but I mean, I feel like Rudolph's more likely to check Sick Kid than Yume is likely to go back to already cleared dungeon to check one chest.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, they've already got 2 pod keys though. The bow you say doesn't do much, but they also already have Eastern Palace big key. They can full clear Eastern.
Ooh, flippers on the Bombos tablet.
Flippers are on Bombos.
So we need to find a sword upgrade.
Well, they know where the sword upgrade is. They just need the boots. Yeah, that's true. Yume will get to do all of Death Mountain and all of Dark Death Mountain except for Hookshot Cave. But that doesn't mean that even when Yume gets the big key Skullwoods, big key to Skullwoods, that Yume will go back. That's going to be the question: is when Yume goes back, because now we know Yume is going to need that bow. That's a required item in every seed.
Yeah, it's still going to be a while before they go back for that one. Picking up a Skullwoods big key after you've already finished the dungeon, it just doesn't register until a lot later in your run.
I mean, it'll probably nag Yume as soon as they get it. It'll probably be like, well, what if there is something there? But the way that runners run this game is you run for best odds. So what's your best odds? One chest in a single dungeon, or going to like pod that has 14 items?
Looks like we might get our answer soon enough. See what Yume does, because looks like they're heading up to Death Mountain and will likely grab that Skullwoods big key out of Tower of Hera. Rudolph's getting bullied by that mini Helmasaur there.
The only good thing for Rudolph is going into this fight with Red Mill. I mean, that doesn't do much to the spikes, but that helps tank the Mothula damage pretty good.
Yeah, and just picking up that full magic will at least give him enough fire rod shots to help this fight along.
Missed 2 though. Only missing 2 is not bad. If it were me with Red Mill, I would probably switch to Hammer here, even if you're not used to it. I think it would only take 1 to 2 more hits of Hammer if he used Hammer. Still got it though. Nice fight.
Very nice, very nice.
So that's 2 low health Mothula kills. Oh, we do get to see. I don't think the Ether Tablet was checked by Rudolph when he came up to the mountain. Just a piece of heart.
Wow.
You guys want to clip a good dead rock? That's a good dead rock. That hit where it perfectly lands at the bottom of the stairs.
So I wonder if Rudolph will head into Village of Outcasts, Thieves Town, and full clear it.
I'm not sure. I mean, Yume did not, but Rudolph is looking like Rudolph is the type of runner who prioritizes dungeons, which is going to help him on a lot of items, but that does mean Kane/Flippers could elude Rudolph for a while. But that's also why we're saying that Bo could elude Yume for a while, because Yume is the opposite. Yume, from the way Yume is running, is preferring dungeon or overworld over dungeons. And it was clipped.
Perfect.
Good job, TNT. Don't try not to post the clips while the races are running.
Just a piece of heart in the spiral cave there.
Ice Palace, no. They need the flippers off a Bombos tablet for it to be logic. It's not a big deal, TNT. It's just in case. And he did get the sick cane off a sick kid, so that was the one item we were worried about him missing. I'm curious to see what's on Eastern Death Mountain, because that's actually a big deal, because Rudolph skipped that earlier.
Yeah.
But it could be because the way Rudolph routes, we've seen Rudolph have some different routing. Rudolph could just not want to route Light Death Mountain on that side until he can do Dark.
Yeah, and maybe with the hook shot in hand to do a full clear of the entire mountain.
Yeah, that just might be the type of runner he is. I mean, so far there's been nothing over here, so he hasn't lost out by skipping it. There was literally nothing. Just
Yeah,
kind of burner.
nothing.
Wait, Yume did go into... Yume went into Thieves, but didn't go into the back of Thieves, right?
Yeah, I think it was just the first 4.
That's different too. I'm interested. I want to ask these players about their routing decisions later, if we can remember.
I'll write it down.
Because it has been very interesting routing decisions. Like, why not go like Eastern Death Mountain? Why not go all the way through Thieves? Yume is going ahead and opening up the door to T-Rock. Is Yume gonna dip T-Rock already? With 1 key?
Well, we've, you're probably going to get locked out. So it's a couple of chests you can check fairly quickly, I suppose.
Well, no hook shot, but still can check Fire Rod Room. They just gotta take the long way. Nope, just wanted to open the door. Might go back in, but I'm gonna go do Super Bunny Cave. And that's what we figured, Janice, is that the way Yume's running, they're the type that don't want to do a dungeon until they can full clear it.
Yeah, and that Thieves Town big chest, it sometimes comes up pretty big. So, it's another one of those places that kind of sticks in the back of your mind if you don't have the key when you initially go through the dungeon.
Hey, for Aaron Dobby, it looks like Yume might be going back to do what you wanted. Yep, we're gonna see a dip of T-Rock early. I like that. Hookshot Cave is anti-locked currently. For those that aren't aware, that's one of the runners who specializes in hovering with boots. Doesn't need no hookshot for Hookshot Cave.
Ooh, the Swamp Palace small key.
So that's interesting, but still not useful, because we know that We know where the flippers are. And the flippers are still locked to both runners.
And we don't even know if Swamp Palace is a crystal dungeon or not.
It's very likely that either swamp or ice is required. So I mean, it's fairly likely that flippers should be required.
Yeah, flippers usually are. It's a really rare case where it's where they're not needed at all.
Yeah, it is a sword upgrade away. We know where a sword upgrade is. So technically they're boots away from sword upgrade from flippers. Another small key to pod.
That's always nice to be collecting those. So we'll probably get as far as the Chain Chomp room, and that might be it for this Turtle Rock dive here.
They can go a little farther. They don't have T-Rock Big Key. They can get as far as Mimic Cave, I think, if they decide to go that route. Or no, you're right, Chain Chomp Room. It is another key right here, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, so unless it's a vanilla key, then yeah, this might be it.
I was thinking they could at least get to stealing another key, but I forgot it's 2 back-to-back doors. It is a key, but it's the pod. So that's 4 pod small keys now for Yume.
That's enough to get through. If only they had the bow.
If Yume knew where bow was and had the bow, then Yume could get every chest inside of pod right now and still have the 1 key left over for Helmassar. Assuming that Yume knows Hammer Yump and the skips.
Rudolph taken down blind with no problems at all there. Oh,
So
and the small key to desert.
And blind is a pendant. Blue pendant on blind, so 100% flippers are required now. So that means sword upgrades are required, and unless we find another one, that means boots are required. Because the only sword we know about is on the Torch and Desert.
Couple of bombs in the Spike Cave.
And while we got a moment, while Jeremiah's getting the run around and Yume's heading off in the next direction, props to our tracker B-Links. Doing the tracking for both these racers today.
Ooh, so Yume is heading towards Skullwoods, Thieves Town part of the world here.
But going down instead of up.
Oh.
This is what I was talking about. The likelihood of that one chest having one of the items is so much lower. Like, yeah, going to go straight into Thieves.
Yeah, and the longer that location goes unchecked by Yume, the greater an advantage Rudolph is going to have.
This is true because more than likely, well, one of Pod or Eastern's required. So, Bow's going to be required to progress to Ganon's Tower at this point. Now, here's going to be the good question. Does Rudolph try to see what's on Bombo's tablet?
Looks like they might be setting up for that.
It does lock surprisingly little amounts of stuff. The bow does. It just blocks the Armos Knights and the 2 chests right side. But the thing with bow is it locks all of Ganon's Tower Gauntlet. Yeah, Rudolph is going to go check it, so this is good knowledge. Rudolph will know that Bombo's tablet's going to be required.
All right, Rudolph, where do you go next?
I don't know. I'm curious where both of them go next, honestly.
Yeah, we haven't found a progression item in a while.
I would assume Pod's logical.
Yeah, especially for Yume right now.
Rudolph's going to go check Stumpy and K45. Which Yume has already checked.
And Pod for Yume would make more sense if they found the bow. So that will stop them from heading in there. But Rudolph with bow and hammer in hand is better equipped for the dungeon, but is missing a couple of keys.
Which are in early T-Rock, so...
And I don't know how likely it is that Rudolph gets up there to check that right at this time.
I don't know, Rudolph's actually probably more likely to check that, because like Rudolph is diving into every dungeon possible, pretty much.
Yeah, and is running out of locations to check, so might be sent up to Dark Death Mountain sooner rather than later.
It's okay, chat. The tracker being slightly off on the medallion requirements, not that big of a deal. So, hadn't done digging game. I know it wasn't nothing good. It was like a compass or piece of heart or something useless. Bombs, yeah. Something along that line. But, there goes Yume. Right decision.
I'm going to be very happy to find the bow here.
This is actually a very, very, very good decision by Yume. I don't know if they just had a gut feeling or because they just finished Thieves, they just had to go ahead and check it, but good job regardless.
Yeah, should send them towards Pod pretty soon, I would think then.
Oh yeah, I see what chat's saying. Yeah, Yume is about to route in north North Dark World. So just went and did Skull Woods while on the way to go to the mirror spot on Graveyard Ledge.
Rudolph going to give us a look at the Pyramid Ledge, it looks like.
Yeah, I think it's our first check of Pyramid. So, new item. Watch it be the boots.
Yeah, right.
I mean, that's kind of what we're missing right now. We're missing the boots. Because the boots would open up the sword, which would open up the flippers, which would open up the rest of the dungeon. Now, it's a big key.
But which big key?
to desert. Well, I know where I would go.
Yeah, yeah.
You get the small key, and well, you still don't want to go there without the boots, though.
Yeah, just to finish the dungeon off, I guess. But yeah, you would be missing out on that sword upgrade that we're looking for.
Wow, that routing! I didn't even know Rudolph hadn't gone in here yet. Oh, okay, it's not the castle tower small key, it was a Hyrule castle key.
So Yume is making the play on pod, it looks like. This makes a lot of sense. A lot of chests to check and able to full clear it, except for we're missing the big key, I think.
Yeah, so gonna be missing the big chest and King Helmasaur.
So that's still 12 out of 14, so that's pretty good.
Pretty good odds to find something that's useful. Doesn't mean that you will, but good odds.
I imagine that like boots are probably in here.
Alright, so what are we still missing? We know boots are pretty much probably required for the sword to get the flippers. We know where all three of those are, and we know they're all three required. We know that flute's required. We still don't know. We still don't know whether hookshot. Is hookshot technically required at this point?
Other than the Moldorm 2 fight, I don't think we can say yet.
Okay, so then, well, we can say hookshot's definitely required because you're supposed to have it by then, anyways. So hookshot, flute, boot, maybe boots, flippers, a sword upgrade, and possibly ice rod. Ice rod, I think, is the only one we're unsure if it's required or not yet.
Yeah, and given the lack of keys that we've seen for Turtle Rock, I'm thinking that Turtle Rock might be one of the pendants.
Definite possibility. Oh, okay. So you may Mirrodin's doing Eastern first. I don't think anybody's checked Bumper Cave Ledge yet.
No, I don't think we've seen it. Oh, Chad is telling us it. In fact, it was just 5 rupees.
Yeah. Because you may have passed right by it, so I guess Rudolph checked it?
Yeah, I think so.
Wait, hasn't Rudolph already went down and escaped?
I think so.
Oh, well, this is... Okay, we definitely had to ask Rudolph about routing.
I guess this isn't much slower than starting from Link's house and running up to Hyrule Castle and going in the sewers front way. But still an interesting choice.
Just a compass off of Armos. And a crystal. So we got another crystal down. Now, trolley items we're still missing. We're still missing Ganon's Tower Big Key. We are more than likely missing the Pod or the T-Rock Big Key. One of them is going to be required. So we're missing 2 big keys. And then most of the items we're missing we know about. We just don't know where Hookshot, potentially Ice Rod, and Flute are. So we're what, 4 or 5 items away from Commentator's Go mode?
Yeah, that seems about right.
And we're just now hitting an hour? That's pretty fast, actually.
Yeah, for a Keysanity seed, yeah, not bad.
No, Cormac, that's the map. All the compass tells you is the item count in the dungeon, how many you've collected versus how many are in there, which to most runners is completely useless. We don't really have a lot of troll left. I guess the biggest item troll we have left is the GT Big Key, since they have not found it yet. Well, there's bottle number 3. They've gotten 2 VTOR bottles and 1 empty bottle.
Yeah, this kind of has the feel of a seed where the boots are the item that is trolling us right now. But after that, things will kind of start to fall into place where the runners will go through the dungeons that they can unlock, kind of after that, and they'll find all the remaining things that they're looking for.
Well, my question is, so after this, so after he clears Pod, if Pod had nothing in it, what's next?
Right side desert, and actually even finishing off Desert Palace.
Yeah, well, Rudolph has both keys for desert.
Yeah.
Yume does not. Yume doesn't have the big key for desert yet.
Yeah. Where was the small key for desert again?
I don't even. Oh, it was off of Blonde.
Okay, so Yume's got it as well, right? Okay,
Yep.
perfect.
Yeah, both of them have got small key. It's just Rudolph has the big key. But I think it's the only other dungeon they can even do right now.
Yeah, at this point, I think so. Unless someone goes for a fake flipper into Ice Palace.
Which, with knowing where flippers are, I mean, it's just figuring out where logic wanted you to go.
Yeah.
Has Yume found anything in here?
I don't think I've seen anything.
Yeah, somebody in chat just said Pod's pretty junk. Ooh, the small key to thieves. You see the slashes. That's when you don't want to go back for. A vanilla pod key.
That seems to happen fairly often. Or at least I've seen it a few times.
Well, I mean, there are 6 of them. Odds are there could be one inside the dungeon, but if you notice, that one was locked behind a key.
Yes.
So what's nice about that key is Yume apparently does not know the hammering up. So Yume had expended the key for the dark maze area. So now Yume still has enough keys to full clear everything. And there's silvers. So here's the good news, guys. And flute. There we go.
That's what we're looking for.
So logically, the way the keys would want you to go is the keys would want you to go up through the middle door, and then the second key to get silvers and flute.
Yeah. With the keys that they've been given, that's the way that they want you to do it. It seems.
That's without counting the extra keys that Yume got inside of T-Rock. So Pod ended up having 2 items, and what this does now is Misery Mire and Desert are now both full beatable. As long as Misery Mire is not Ether by chance.
So, Rudolph just save and quitted when they lost Kiki there on the way to pod.
Well, I mean, going to desert, it could not be a bad idea.
If the desert has boots, then it's, not a big loss.
No, assuredly it's not. And here's the thing: the only thing we know that's required in pod so far is the flute, and it's
Yeah.
early in pod. A small key. The small key to Misery Mire is funny, but not needed. I don't even know what I'm hoping for at this point anymore. Like, I'm trying to think of the way the seed's going.
Well, if we can get into Mire with one of the 2 medallions we have, then I wonder it'll be which of the dungeons is going to have the boots, really.
Yeah, Mire's Bombos, so we can get in. True, he can't do Mire yet. That is true. The big key for T-Rock is in the right side of desert. Yume is going to be happy to find that one. I expect some rage slashes on that key pickup.
Yeah.
There's another small key, T-Rock. It is a T-Rock small key in checkerboard. Alright. I think pod is going to be our last. Oh, there's another small key to pod. That's small key number 6, actually. That's all 6 pod small keys.
That's all of them, yeah.
So, without finding the pod big key, it might be that T-Rock is the last crystal.
Yeah.
In which case, we need Ice Rod.
Or maybe the pod big key is at Laser Bridge in T-Rock.
That one would be great. I won't deny that. That would be great. Pod being crystal and having to almost full clear T-Rock in order to get the key for it.
Yeah.
Something similar happened in my race. T-Rock was a crystal or a pendant, and my last big key was in one of the first 5 chests in T-Rock. It doesn't feel good when that happens.
No.
I mean, that's kind of what you're hoping for if you're hoping for some kind of troll. Yeah, chat's discussing the pendant dungeon boss holding the boss key to the crystal dungeon. I'm like, that's kind of where you're at if you're hoping for the seed to go like that. Oh, already down to 3 hearts for Rudolph. Ooh, but down. Fire Rod's nice on those guys.
Yeah. And Yume is doing the fake flipper into Ice Palace here.
That's interesting because they know that the sword upgrade to get it cannot be in here unless there's an additional sword upgrade in here.
Right. That's the one thing that could work out, I suppose, is another sword upgrade being here because the boots will not be in here.
But that means
I don't think so.
That means you're skipping boots, though.
Yeah.
You're either right here. You're either logically skipping boots. I mean, there's nothing unless there's an extra sword in here or ice rod. There's nothing that can be required inside of Ice Palace.
Yeah.
Or hookshot. Hookshot can be in here. I keep forgetting we still need hookshot.
And the lack of boots and hookshot are keeping our runners out of Misery Mire, which is why Yume didn't go in there when they were visiting the Mire area earlier.
Yeah, so here, I'm gonna help Chad out. Here's what we can hope for as far as if you want the biggest troll left possible. We can hope T-Rock's a pendant. You had to full clear T-Rock for the Palace of Darkness big key. And that would get you the basement to the Tower of Hera, small key. Which would lead to the GT big key. Or hookshot. One of the two.
I'm really thinking about that Thieves Town small key that Yume picked up. I'm thinking that boots might be in there at this point.
Could be. They can also be in T-Rock still. We didn't get very far into T-Rock.
We did find that second key, so yeah, we can now get further into Turtle Rock as well. That's right.
Well, here's the funny part. You may have found the second key. Rudolph only has one on tracker.
I know, yeah.
Well, the second key, was that on Death Mountain? Was the first key you may have found on Death Mountain? If so, then Rudolph's gonna find it.
Was it in Pod?
Somebody in chat's trying to come up with something. No, what you want is you want the boots. You want the boots to be required for the sword we see on a Desert Torch. That would just be iconic. No other sword upgrade other than that one. I'm not sure where the other T-Rock small key was actually.
I think Chad is pointing out that it was in Pod, so yeah.
Yeah, and he pieced out on the way over. Okay, yeah, checkerboard cave.
Checkerboard. Okay.
Which required pod for the flute.
Flute.
Man, I almost don't know what I would do here. The seed, like the start of the seed was so nice, and now in the last like 15 minutes, it's just like almost like roadblocking them. They need that one thing, whether it be the sword upgrade or the boots. And it's just, where is it? It wasn't in desert.
Unless Yume's lucky, they're not going to find what they're looking for here in Ice Palace. So, Thieves Town, Big Chest, or somewhere deeper in Turtle Rock.
I think that's the only two things that I haven't checked. I think you're right.
Yeah.
Unless chat can think of another location they missed, but with their current item pool, I can't think of anything. They're locked out of Castle Tower. They're technically locked out of Ice Palace. They're locked out of Swamp Palace. They're locked out of the rest of T-Rock. They're locked out of the boss of Pod. Was there something on Lonely Island?
Rudolph's going for it. So could be.
I didn't see Yume go for it though earlier.
No.
Yume has dipped T-Rock, yes. Oh, it's the heart container, okay. I think Rudolph's getting confused. I don't blame him. Like, the seed is like tunnel blocking them. It's just like... We can see there's still the possibility that, yeah, hook shot's required, but it might not be required. It might be the T-Rock and Potter required.
Yeah, definitely could be.
Because we don't have hook shot for Swamp either. And we don't know if Swamp's required. Oh. Okay, there we go. Yume's deciding to go a blue potion to finish off Cold Stare. It's kind of sad to use a blue potion for one hit, though.
Yeah, better safe than sorry, I guess.
Well, there's the map of T-Rock. That's actually going to tell us a lot right here. That's actually going to be the rest of the knowledge for what's pendants, what's crystals. Because ice was a crystal. And does he check what T-Rock is? Going back in? Okay.
Which location did they leave? The iced tea room?
Maybe. They're missing one location. They got 7 of 8. Missed the big chest.
Ooh.
That's not bad to get back to, though.
Yeah.
You don't even have to do, I don't even think you have to do bomb jump to get to it. Alright, so Rudolph is making the dip in. I like this dip because this does give the extra pod keys.
Yeah, which will probably send them right back towards pod and then back on track, kind of following Yume a bit more.
This is still anybody's race, though.
Yeah, when seeds get kind of trolly like this, it's whoever kind of solves the puzzle first here is gonna have a huge advantage for sure.
Whoever finds boots or hook shot or whatever the item is we're missing. We're missing something. We just don't know what it is yet. Because it could be we're missing hook shot, because hook shot would open up Mire.
And the hookshot cave itself. So yeah, it's weird that we have like a few items that could really break this seed wide open, but we just don't know where any of them are.
Yeah, Yume seems ahead, but that could change at any moment. Yume also sequence broke into Ice Palace. Yume shouldn't even be in Ice Palace right now, and hasn't found anything for their troubles. Only thing that they've gotten out of Ice Palace is another crystal. But if you want to look at it, you know, Rudolph's done Desert, Yume hasn't. Yeah, Ped is the single arrow. It's the single arrow. There is only one.
Bottle of blue goo.
Alright, so it's all 4 bottles. Not helpful, but all 4 bottles. It is free blue goo, though. Yeah, so Yume is going to go back up with the T-Rock big key and the second T-Rock small key and start their double dip in the T-Rock, more than likely.
Yep. Seems like the only other thing they could do would be that Thieves Town big chest. So if that's where the progression is, then that's going to be a problem for Yume. But otherwise, not a bad play to go for the Turtle Rock.
I actually don't think it'll be that big of a deal, but here's the other thing. So Yume hasn't found the big key to Desert yet. I don't remember where that was.
Pyramid Ledge there.
Oh, it was on Pyramid Ledge. That there was nothing there, but that's still a troublesome item to miss. We haven't seen past Chain Chomp Room in T-Rock. This is gonna be the first time we can get past Chain Chomp Room, is when Yume goes back in. I think Yume can get to the big chest right now.
Yes, that will be possible.
Now, will Yume skip the vanilla big key spot?
I hope so. It feels like when your keys are limited in Turtle Rock, it's such a gamble to waste one on that one chest.
And the way this seed's going though, and the little bit of T-Rock they've gotten on keys, I probably wouldn't skip it, honestly.
Interesting.
Well, because think about it this way, you're gonna get stuck around. Well, yeah, you're gonna get stuck. If you grab it and use it, you're stuck after the big chest anyways. You can't get the laser. You can get the laser bridge possibly with that key. So it's really a gamble. I think I would gamble on the logic rather than the chance of the 4 chests at this point.
I think I'd probably go for the laser bridge, but I mean that middle chest on the island here, it does have stuff sometimes, so it's never a bad play. Well, it is sometimes. I don't know. I'm on the fence about it.
But see, here's the funny part, you're saying you would do laser bridge for the item count, but laser bridge isn't in logic.
Wouldn't we need just one more key to get down there, though?
Yeah, but they haven't found it. They haven't found the 3rd key anywhere. Then see, he's going for the logic play. And it's just a piece of art, so. I mean, I don't blame him for taking the logic play because, I mean, you have to have 3 keys on you and still the key to get to the end.
Yes,
They've
that's
only found 2 keys this run. Nah, he's gonna still get to check big key chest. He's gonna get to check big key and mimic.
Mimic cave, yeah.
Those are both in logic. Anything past that's not, but laser bridge isn't. Actually, wait. Can he get to the room with the roller chest?
Yeah, because that's just a bombable wall, I think, through there.
Yeah. So he's got 3 more chests that are in logic. So yeah, I don't mind him not doing laser bridge. Maybe one of these will have the key. Maybe they'll find both the other 2 keys inside T-Rock or Mimic Cave. That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Has he checked map for T-Rock yet? He needs to check the map and see if it's a pendant or a crystal.
Mm-hmm.
Because we still don't know whether this or swamp is required. Boots?
Wow.
Oh man. So logic, God, if you follow the logic of this is insane. So it wanted you to go into pod, get the flute, go to Meyer area, go get the 2nd T-Rock key, come up here, get the boots, to go back, get the Master Sword off of the Desert Palace torch, to go get flippers off of the Bombos tablet, to be able to access swamp and ice.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, if you followed it, yeah, I'm sorry for that spout off. If you followed that, good job. I just spouted off a bunch of logic orders. And that's not even everything required prior to the second T-Rock key and pod. The flute and pod. That's just everything from the pod triggered event on that was required. Yume's just kind of standing there. I don't know if it's in disbelief or something happened. Yeah, compasses are pretty much useless to most of the speedrunners in this game. Oh, there we go. There Yume goes. Just needed a second. Yeah, that was an insane sequence. Like the seed was been nice so far, but that right there is an insane sequence of logic. But now Yume knows the logic and the path. So gonna go pick up the Master Sword off the torch. Gonna go straight over to Bombo's tablet, get the flippers, and then probably dip swamp.
Yeah, probably. It sounds like that makes like the most sense. Although with the boots, they can now get into Misery Mire if they wanted to give that a go.
Yeah, I would probably go full clear Misery Mire first. Plus, we know it's the 5/6 crystal. Yeah, you're right.
Everyone seems to put off Swamp. They want to try and go mode it. So
I don't think you can go mode it because they're still missing Ganon Tower Big Key.
Oh yeah, yeah. But everyone puts it off as long as they possibly can.
Like, they can't go mode it. They're missing 2, possibly 3 more required items. Maybe 4, depending on if pod's still required. We don't know. Well, yeah, pod is required. We're still missing the big key for pod, too. Yeah, and Desert Palace Big Key is in a very, very, very easy to forget location. So yeah, Chad's making an interesting point if you want to wrap your head around that one, Sabo. It required a double dip into T-Rock to get the Master Sword.
It's pretty brutal, yeah.
Well, actually, I guess it didn't require the double dip because they had 2 keys for pod originally. If they had dipped with 2 keys, they would have been able to get Flute by logic. Because Flute was in the pit chest.
Yep.
So technically, it didn't require a double dip of T-Rock yet. Now, if T-Rock is a crystal, it's going to be 100% a required double dip.
So far, not too much interesting here in Misery Mire. We saw the Swamp Palace Big Key, which is one more chest, but yeah, not a whole heck of a lot.
Nah, so here's what we're waiting on, chat. So we're waiting on Yume to check their map to see whether T-Rock's required, because they've got the T-Rock map, they just haven't checked it. And that will give us information on what's needed. For sure, if T-Rock's needed, we need 2 small keys and Ice Rod. If Swamp's needed, we need Hook Shot, because we know where flippers are. We also need the GT Big Key regardless. And if pods require, we need the pod Big Key. So, yeah, we're still missing 4 items-ish from Go Mode for each runner.
Red Boomerang and the Misery Mire big chest there.
Oh, there's the third shield. We now know Riot Shield location.
Looks like Rudolph's taking a moment to figure out what to do next. Opened up Misery, but can't get in.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll have the thought to go back up to T-Rock. Oh, yep, Mountain Cave, yeah. Yeah, Rudolph may just wanted to open it up to save time later, just gets to run in instead of having to wait on the animation, but could have gave him a couple seconds to think too, because I know doing stuff like that while giving yourself a couple seconds to think is always useful. Because some of the logic in this is just ridiculous. Like we were just explaining, like the logic to get the Master Sword. And then that opens the flippers.
Yeah, you've got to put all of these steps together, and sometimes you just need a few seconds to make it all make sense.
So I'm going to be interested, I'm going to be curious to see if Rudolph skips the vanilla big key chest into a rock, and then we would get to see Laser Bridge.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. There could still be something there, and that will be really unfortunate for Yume if it is something. There's something there that's worthwhile. It'd be pretty bad if something like Hookshot was on Laser Bridge.
Gonna dump some bees. Nope, wants to keep the bees. We don't know if Ice Rod's required yet. They haven't. Yume hasn't checked the map to see if T-Rock's required yet. So we don't know whether it's Swamp or whether it's T-Rock. Because if T-Rock's not required, we don't need Ice Rod.
It looks like Rudolph is setting up to head into Ice Palace as well, doing the fake flipper here.
Not wanting to commit into that double dip of T-Rock. I don't blame him, but it's not going to help him with what we know now. Yeah, I'm just curious when Yume is going to check Pyramid. Like, Yume, I think, is already thinking, like, what else do I have? It's going to be Fat Fairy next, I'm pretty sure. Well, nope, hasn't done Desert yet. So hopefully it's going to be a Pyramid check right here.
Yeah, could be.
Just realized that. Oh, no. Gonna go get flippers off of Bombos.
That's right, yeah. So Yume is probably going to dip into Swamp here, even without the hook shot, looking for some kind of progression item. There'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chests that they can check in Swamp, I think.
Yeah, so Chad's asking about leads, and advantages. I would say Yume is currently at the advantage stage. Advantage for as long as it takes Rudolph to catch up. But I wouldn't say Yume has the lead yet. Oh, we have not seen. Oh, there's a big key on the island. Oh,
Wow.
nobody fake flippered early. Nobody knew that.
So which one will it be?
It can be Pod, Hera. Hera would be the worst. We know it's not Desert, so I'm guessing it's Pod.
Yeah.
Oh, if it's Pod, that just adds to the flipper logic. It could be GT Big Key too, yes. That is true. I think that's the one that would make me breathe a sigh of relief if I found it.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's Pod.
Of course it's Pod.
Alright. So with that being Pod is full clearable. And Pod is a crystal.
So does Yume go there to finish that off first before taking any dive into Swamp Palace?
Probably. Right now, they're going to
Yeah.
go check Hobo, because nobody's checked Hobo either. Also, nobody's checked Waterfall. We had surprisingly few fake flippers early in this one.
Yeah, even with the Moon Pearl showing up so early, it was kind of surprising.
Yes, Catfish has been checked. Catfish, I don't believe, was really anything.
Catfish was red male.
Oh, yeah, it was red mail, wasn't it? See, oh, here we go. This is what you may needed to do right here. This right here, it could potentially put Yume in the lead.
Yeah, if the 5/6 crystals, the Pyramid Fairy turns out to be something, then Yume's gonna be in really good shape.
Oh, wait. Oh, going
Ooh.
Castle Tower.
Tower first.
What would make me laugh is if Yume leaves the pyramid without checking the ledge.
Oh.
It wouldn't make me feel good because I would realize that you may forgot or maybe thought they checked it, but it's just one of those things. If it happens, no Castle Tower key. Okay, the only key they have is for Hyrule Castle. Yeah, Yume's checking the ledge. We're good. We're good. Probably gonna go check Catfish and then probably gonna go straight to Desert, would be my assumption.
Yeah.
Desert or Pod, or both. Probably gonna do Desert and Pod back to back either way. Well, I think that's what's on the tracker. It could be a mistake, but I think it's just the Hyrule Castle key, not an actual Castle Tower key. No, nobody's checked Waterfall yet, but I'm assuming Yume is probably going to check it right now. Probably going to route in all of Zora with this.
Yeah, that seems likely.
Yep, and here we go. Still looking for GT Big Key and Hookshot minimum.
So unfortunately, Rudolph also missed the big chest here in Ice Palace, so I'm hoping that they choose to just leave it and carry on.
So this is interesting. Oh, Ledge had something?
It has a map there.
What's hilarious that like he has, I don't know if he knows he has full knowledge, but he has full knowledge.
Yeah,
Or
just
at least
needs
we
to
do.
take a look and see what Turtle Rock is, and that'll kind of be the last piece of the puzzle.
Maybe he didn't realize they'd gotten it, or I'm not sure. Like, I've been waiting for him to open up Dark World map. I really have been wanting him to. I think Lumberjack was like a piece of heart.
Yeah, nothing of importance.
The basement to Tower of Hera.
Oh no.
So not only does Yume have the basement to Thieves, Yume now also has the basement to Tower. Alright, here comes the desert clear. I like this play.
Yeah. Oh, Rudolph's going back into ice for that big chest.
This seed was actually very, very nice early. It's just the logic to get the logic for the flippers was the insane part of it. So just for the people who weren't here before, so flippers were on the Bombos tablet. The only second sword, the only sword upgrade we knew about was on the torch inside of desert. The boots to get the sword were in the big chest in T-Rock. The second key we found for T-Rock was in Checkerboard Cave, which is locked behind Flute. And Flute was in Pod.
Yep.
And that's not even counting like all the Titans myths and other stuff that logically had to happen for all that to fall into place. It is literally filthy. Yes.
And because the seed was like fairly open, you weren't like railroaded into going in that direction immediately. So our runners both had to kind of look around to try and figure that logic out.
Oh yeah, here's the other thing. You have the flippers were locking the pod big key because it was on the island.
Yeah, right.
So that just adds to it. As far as that Strombra, yeah, well, there's a guide in Discord. Also, there is a speedrunning tutorial of the game on YouTube by, I believe, Andy. That's also a really good resource if you want to learn how to do the vanilla NMG, which will help you with Randomizer as well. I think he shows you like everything. I don't think we're getting anything new checked because we've already seen desert, we've already seen ice, so we're kind of just it is 8.5 hours long, but you can kind of just skip through it. It tells you the key points and where everything is. I'm not sure if it shows you how to hover. If it does, I haven't seen that part of it yet, but I'm sure that there's a tutorial video on hovering out there somewhere.
So Turtle Rock is our last crystal.
Alright, so Swamp is the last pendant then. So hookshot's required, but not required for the dungeons. So that makes it even more interesting, because that means hookshot can be anywhere, even in GT.
Yes.
Ice Rod is required, so we're missing Ice Rod and we're missing GT Big Key still. They're still missing 2 items for Go Mode. 3 items, because they need hookshot for the end of the game.
What do you want to bet that one of those items is probably in Swamp Palace?
I mean, it's possible. They have full access to Swamp. Well, Yume does. It has full access to the first half of Swamp.
Looks like Rudolph is gonna maybe check the Thieves Town big chest.
Now, what you guys would love is if hookshot was in left side Swamp.
Ooh.
Chat saying they want hookshot in late in GT, but it's like they would love it more if it was probably in Swamp, because he's more likely to go to GT after getting all 7 crystals than he is Swamp Palace.
Yeah, probably.
No, that is true.
Rudolph is
Chat made a point. They still need more T-Rock keys now too.
yeah.
Especially since he used one to open the. He used one of them to open the big vanilla big key chest.
Yeah, which might come back to bite him in the butt.
Yeah, because I think that I think Rudolph. Well, Rudolph hasn't been back up there yet. But if Rudolph goes up there and skips that door, then Rudolph will need 1 less key.
Looks like Rudolph is maybe gonna fake flipper to Hobo or Waterfall. Really starting to run out of places to check. Needs to get back up to Turtle Rock as fast as they can.
We're gonna see that big key there. Know that that's probably needed. And just a heart off of Helmasaur. So that is not one of the required items. I wonder if he's gonna go back in for the big chest.
Probably at this point is gonna have to. Yeah, wouldn't want to leave one chest behind.
Yeah, because running out of locations has the Thieves Town small chest, or the Thieves Town big chest, the vanilla big key location in Tower of Hera in the basement. We still have Hookshot Cave. We can get to the first Hookshot chest now. That's new, with boots. Jeez. We got the big chest here. Is that it?
I think so. Yeah, it's a handful of locations. That is what we're down to. Other than going into Swamp and full clearing that.
Yeah, he does have the access to Swamp. The big key on the island is the pod big key, not GT. Hookshot is required unless you know how to hover. But by logic, it is always required.
Ugh, that's disappointing. 3 bombs in the big chest there.
Uh-oh, don't get hit. So if you wonder why he's expertly dodging everything, if you get hit while in fake flippers, you insta-die. So fun times. There are other people other than Andy who do know how to hook shot. I believe there's like 5 to 10 of them that can hover, at least a little bit.
So Yume looks like they're making the swamp play at this point.
I mean, it's the most chest for the bang for the buck, as they
Yeah.
say. Hasn't Rudolph? What is Rudolph doing? Rudolph's already checked Zora.
I guess wanting to pick up that map to see if it might clear things up.
Doesn't have flippers.
Oh,
do
yeah, right. Mm.
Oh well, I guess yeah. With the water walking, if he knows the lineup, I think you can get down there. Nope. Save and quit time. Oh yeah, I did see that. I did see that video, I believe. So I would go back and watch that TGH hovering video. He hovered. He didn't have Kana Samaria and went into T-Rock hovering. I think that was clipped. It's clipped somewhere, I believe.
That's pretty impressive. We found a turtle rock key in in the first chest here, the second chest, I guess, of Swamp Palace.
All right, so that's one.
It looks like Rudolph is a little bit stuck at the moment. Not sure maybe if they it's the turtle rock play, but do they know that that's what they need to do is the question. There's the cape from Yume that doesn't really help us out too much at this point in the game.
Nah, logically it doesn't open anything else up. Now Laser Bridge is open.
Yep, now Yume has the key needed to get as far as Laser Bridge.
Or wait. No, because he was locked at Chain Chomp, right?
Yume is okay to get to Laser Bridge at this point. Rudolph is short a key, I think.
Okay, yeah. Because he hasn't been back into T-Rock to get the boots yet.
Yep.
Which is what's stopping Rudolph from progressing at all. Oh, I think we might see what's in the Thieves Town chest.
I think for Rudolph's sake, it would be best if the Thieves Town chest had the ice rod. That might be one thing to send him back towards Turtle Rock.
Wait, did Yume just flood the key? Oh, you can't flood it with a hookshot. Yeah. Somebody made a good point. He took the long way around. We just ain't used to seeing the long way around anymore, chat. We ain't used to seeing no hook shot this early in the game, which also means that he has to run up these steps and jump down for both these chests.
Yeah, somehow having to do this, doing the drop down twice. Oh, there's the ice rod here in left side swamp.
Well, I did say something would be in left side swamp.
That's a pretty big something.
Yeah, that's a bad location for ice rod. And it's required. And watch, this is going to be GT Big Key on this side. No, 300. A horde of rupees.
So Yume needs to find one more Turtle Rock key, and then that'll be it for them.
No, still needs hookshot too. And Ganon's tower key.
Ah, right, yeah.
We're still 3 items away from go mode on Yume.
I'm starting to think though that Hookshot and the GT Big Key are gonna be in Ganon's Tower.
That's possible. I've seen that. But what if they're not?
Oh boy.
So I do like this. Gonna go make the Fat Fairy play. It's like someone pointed out earlier. There's only 5 chests that the GT Big Key cannot be in. It's the 4 chests at the top of the gauntlet and the Big Key chest itself in Ganon's Tower. It can literally be anywhere else in Logic.
Yep, that's 211 locations that it could be.
Yeah, Hookshot Cave's a possibility. Also, this basement of Hera we have open, that's a possibility. In Fat Fairy Fountainhead, absolutely nothing. God, he really doesn't want to. He's looking. He really doesn't want to go back to T-Rock.
That is literally all that he can do at this point, so hopefully he figures that out.
I wonder if there's going to be some bombs or some sword slashes or something fun on the big chest when he opens it. Whenever he finally gets there. Like, Rudolph really needs to get up to T-Rock. The longer and longer he puts it off, the farther and farther he's falling behind. Alright, so Yume is going to route in probably Tower of Hera basement into a triple dip of T-Rock. And not even be able to complete it yet. They're able to check the first chest in Castle Tower. The Castle Tower key is marked, but that's the Hyrule Castle key. We don't actually have a Castle Tower key yet. Yeah, I mean, I don't even think chat could think of the logic to get the boots in the location they were in.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ped's dead. Ped's a single arrow. It's the single arrow. Or remember, we've already figured out that they already dipped T-Rock 1 time more than was required. Because if they had went to Pod first, they would have gotten Flute, and then they would have went from Flute to Meyer, gotten the second T-Rock Big Key, and they would have been able to get boots on the first dip. So technically, the double dip wasn't required. Well, a double dip was required, but no more than a double dip so far.
Ooh, so the basement was the vanilla Big Key for Tower of Hera?
The seed.
Oh my.
I think Rudolph just doesn't know what to do. He just was slashing a Hinoc over and over. You go up and you get that Tower of Hera small key, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna go check this one chest, and then it's the big key, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna go check these other 3 or 4 locations now.
And this is our green pendant, so there's also trading into Sahasrahla. Do you go for that as well?
I'm not even sure.
Oh wow, the hook shot!
Okay. So we are a GT Big Key and a Turtle Rock Big Key away from Go Mode on Yume.
I feel like that last Turtle Rock key is probably in Hookshot Cave at this point.
All right, we're in item go mode. Now we just need key go mode. Oh god, Swamp has GT Big Key.
Oh no.
Chat, do you want the seed to really be that much meaner than it already has been? Alright, Moldorm 1 down. Yeah, he still needs the small key to T-Rock. Alright, Moldorm didn't have it. Golly. So now, what do they have? They have Swamp Palace. They have the Rest of Swamp now. Or yeah, Rest of Swamp Palace. Laser Bridge on T-Rock.
Hookshot Cave.
Hookshot Cave, which probably was going to check next. It's what I would check next at this point. I'm running out of ideas after that, though.
Yep.
I think Rudolph just doesn't know what he's missing. He's trying to fake flip or something.
Yeah. I wonder if grab that second Turtle Rock key, but it just didn't register that, oh, okay, I can get further in the dungeon now.
Well, it's still gonna depend on how fast Yume will eventually find everything. It just depends when. Tempered Sword.
That's nice.
And that is it in Hookshot. So Hookshot is not the answer. So what do you gamble on? Do you gamble on vanilla key for inside Turtle Rock, or do you go back to Swamp?
It's almost an equal, like 50-50. You've got your 4 chests on Laser Bridge, or what, like 5 in Swamp?
And how bad are you feeling if you're Yume? So if you take this gamble and it doesn't pay off, that means you're quad dipping T-Rock and double dipping Swamp.
Yeah, you would probably be looking for the dot done to show up at, you know, any moment.
Oh my goodness. This is just so Hera was required 100% all the way up to the chest. And we still have the green pendant too. So green pendant's still an option. So as of right now, the reason we're talking about this, Yume open the vanilla big key door. So Yume does not have enough keys to beat T-Rock yet. Yume needs the last key. Yeah, Rudolph just hasn't seen it. Rudolph doesn't know yet. Which is unfortunate.
Yeah, it's too bad. Hopefully
He's on Death Mountain. He just has to go to T-Rock.
you can do it, Rudolph. Come on, we believe in you.
Everybody channel Rudolph to go T-Rock. That will lead him in all the right directions. So Yume is super close right now. We know Yume is just missing 2 items. We're just missing 2 keys. Half magic on Laser Bridge.
That's a nice find.
Oh, vanilla
key.
Oh man, and a key to Castle Tower. That just opened another location for the Ganon Tower key.
Wow.
Alright, so his gamble to go into Turtle Rock paid off. Oh, he has to be breathing a sigh of relief right now.
Absolutely, yeah.
Hook shot was in Hera, big chest. All right, Rudolph's finally on the right book page. I mean, the likelihood right now, honestly, is GT Big Key is actually just in GT. That's the odds. Is GT Big Key's in GT, and Yume will be checking that very soon because Yume is going to go straight to Ganon's Tower, and we're going to find out very quickly if it's in GT or not. Yeah, Rudolph putting this off for so long is very behind. Because he still has to get the boots. He has to go use the boots to get the sword. He has to go use the sword to get the flippers. Then he has to go use the flippers to go get Ice Rod.
There's still a fair bit of work to be done.
Now, does he burn on this chest? He does not. Okay. So, he's going to be able to make it all the way to Trinex, but can't kill Trinex. Because Ice Rod's in Swamp. Alright, yeah. If you guys want to try to guess, do a big guessing game, we actually get to do it in Keysanity for once. Guess the chest, 0 if it's not in GT. So 1 and 2 are a bust, and looks like he's going to do right side first. Well, uh-oh, tile rim's not 22. Yeah, you're kind of bad if you say 0 at this point. This seed's already been bad enough. I just want him to find it in here so he can get this over with. Oh my gosh, come on. You just gotta go back out. Get the boots out of the big chest. Come on. You got this, Rudolph. Chat really doesn't want this Plando to end. Nah, this isn't a Plando, but it's bad enough to be a community-made Plando.
Yeah, really.
And bombs out of the tower room. Alright, so that's 3. Trying to keep a chest count here. So Rudolph does have his boots. So Rudolph will be making a triple dip as well into Turtle Rock. The other small key to Castle Tower.
Oh, and the Sank Heart.
Sank Heart is sitting in GT. Alright, so we got the count. That's true. I don't have to count them. Thank you, chat. Hey, we're not used to compasses, okay? Oh yeah, we all need that Misery Mire key in our lives. Oh god, if it's not here. I mean, the odds are still likely. He's got, what, 8, 9, 10, 11 more chests? Is that right? No, 12, because there's one in the Moldorm, or the fire room too, right?
Yep. It's funny, with each chest that's being opened here, I'm getting more anxious that it's just not here.
Alright, okay, there's another chest here too that I didn't count. So there's still another room of 4, a room of 3, and then 2 single chests left. So 8 chests left now.
Oh no, I think Rudolph is going back to use that one key that they just picked up for the lava island there. Vanilla big key.
That's fine. They'll find the other key while they're doing the rest of the stuff to catch up anyways.
Yeah. And I guess while you're here, you might as well check it.
Yeah, because I mean, it could be Ice Rod. Even though if it's Ice Rod, you just burn the key. Oh, there it is.
Ha.
What was that number? 17?
13?
14.
14. 14.
14. Oh yeah, Bob's chest also. There was still another possibility, but he found it. Oh, I bet Yume's glad. I wouldn't have liked to been. I don't know. Yume's probably already mad at the seed. If that key hadn't have been in GT, I could just imagine the rage.
Oh yeah, especially in a race situation, you feel like you're so close, and then your heart just drops. You got to head back out into the world to try and find the Gannis Tower big key.
Alright, so Rudolph's on the right track now. Gonna go get the Master Sword. Then gonna go get Flippers. Hopefully go into Swamp, which will get them the Ice Rod. Still has to finish Ice Palace too, it looks like. Isn't marked as finished.
I feel like Rudolph took care of that.
Yeah, because didn't we say that they even went back in for the big chest?
Yeah. And saw some nice hammer strats on Cold Stare, so.
Alright. Okay, yeah, this marked Ice Palace is done.
Perfect.
Alright, so that gives them access to Meyer as well.
Bombo strats all day here in the gauntlet.
Oh, and a little lag there prevented the one phase. Oh, just a little bit of a mess. There we go. I wonder what you feel like at over 2 hours not seeing a dot done from your opponent, and you're in the gauntlet.
Oh yeah, you're expecting to see that dot done any minute for sure.
This is about the average time for a Keysanity too, around the 2:30 mark. I think is about the average for most regular players. I think the fastest time I've seen is probably around the 1:30 mark.
And I don't know how anybody does a Keysanity seed in an hour 30.
It's just the linearity. I seen one that was super linear. It was just gave you all the items for one dungeon, it gave you the items for the next pendant, and you didn't even have to touch the you didn't have to touch the pendants, and then it was over.
Yeah, that's kind of the dream, I think.
Yeah, but you never get that. Ooh, an insta troll dormed. Yeah, see, Kyung had a 136 in the first round. Yume doesn't need anything. Yume's got red mail. Yume's got tempered sword, silvers. I mean, really, the only thing you'd want is butter. But even then, you don't need it.
Here we go with the Aga 2 fight.
Let's see how practiced they are with Aga 2.
Ooh, nice double there.
And I expect Yume is a fairly competent runner. They had a really hard first round opponent. I just went back and checked their first round, and they had Christos first round.
Oh, wow.
Because from what I've seen, Yume is a very good runner.
Yeah, Yume's been around the community for a while now, so pretty well established.
Yeah, chat's asking. The first round opponent for Yume was Christos Owen. Is chat really voting on whether Rudolph forfeits?
I'd be okay with either decision from Rudolph. If you know, a seed like this, sometimes you just want it to end and you just quit. There's no shame in that. But also finishing it out after a really rough go of it is big props. So we'll see what Rudolph decides to do.
Yeah, because we know from the way it went that it's going to take him at least another 30, possibly even 40 minutes to finish.
Yeah.
Depending on when he gets to Hera. He'd have to do everything in the same order that Yume did. Saving Hera and T-Rock for the last. And missed the torch glitch. Somehow him spamming the torch didn't even get hit.
Maybe get a double here.
Yep, and there's the fourth. GG, Yume. We'll get you guys an official time when he gets through the door. And Yume's official time was 2:19:06.
Really nice vitreous fight there.
Hey, and did you like the 0-1 versus 0-1 that just popped up at the top? Unless I'm blind, I don't think that was there a minute ago.
That just showed up, yep. So now going to pick up the flippers from the Bombos tablet here. So far, yeah, routing everything properly here, so...
Yep, we'll be going to get the ice rod, well, no, flippers, and then hopefully go get ice rod out of swamp. Already, well, does he have the last T-Rock key? Where was the other T-Rock key?
In Swamp. It was the second chest in Swamp Palace.
Okay. So as long as he goes in Swamp Palace, he'll be able to clear T-Rock.
And has got to grab the pod big key from the Hylia Island.
That's true. And then has to go to Tower of Hera to grab the hookshot. No, don't float away. Don't. Okay, good. Alright, we did say we'd have, Yume did say that they would come in for a bit of an interview, so we're just waiting on them to get in. We'll let you know when they get here. But for now, Rudolph's continuing the run, which, can't blame him. I mean, you always want to finish if you can.
And I'm sure the pieces are starting to come together now, so, you know, knowing what you have left, you usually want to try and finish that off.
Yeah, Yume did say they were going to come on chat. They haven't come in the chat yet. And speaking of it, about to drag them down.
Hello, guys.
Hey, Yume, GG.
Man, I had the worst nightmares when I saw flippers being on bombos. The L2 sword on the freaking lab.
Yep, so did we. We were really worried about that one.
Yeah, I laid out the logic for that, and yeah, do you even know what the logic for that was?
Don't tell me you said exactly what happened, please.
Oh, I did. I said exactly what happened for that whole thing to line up. You guys had to go to, what was it first? You guys needed the T-Rock key out of the mire area, which was locked behind the flute, which was in pod. The pod key, the extra pod keys, you actually didn't need the extra pod keys in T-Rock for the first trip in the pod to get the flute. So T-Rock, you could have dipped it one last time, but you needed all that to go get the boots out of the T-Rock chest, to go get the Master Sword out of Desert, to go get the flippers off of the Bombos tablet, to go get the big key for Pod off the island.
Yeah, just crazy, huh? What were your thoughts on the seed there?
Man, I really don't know. Luckily, I got me some 2 minutes of break in between where I could sort my thoughts, because, yeah, at some point my brain was like, what the heck is happening here? Is this really gonna be like this? And yeah, when I finally got the flippers, it aligned somehow, but yeah. I mean, I was hoping to, like, find a sword upgrade in Ice Palace. That is why I got into that with the fake flippers.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a big nope. Then I was like, well, I guess I have to go back to T-Rock at some point. And yeah, when I finally found the boots, I was like, really, Seed? Really? But yeah.
Yeah, that's what kind of tripped up Rudolph. Unfortunately, they did not go back to Turtle Rock to get those boots until there was nothing left to do.
Oh. That is hard. I mean, I
Yeah.
put off TT and I got a little bit lucky that it was seriously nothing in there. But yeah, I guess this is how Keysanity goes.
Yeah, for sure. It's funny how this seed, it opened up pretty early. Like there's a lot of items you were finding, so it seemed like things were kind of going good, and then it just like stopped, and you couldn't find anything that you needed.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty handy that we could go and do Mafula with the mirror, with the book, like 20 minutes in. That is actually why I went there. I mean, Blue Mail 5 hearts on Fighter Sword is not really how I want to do Mafula, but hey. I mean,
Oh, you
with
pulled it
Hammer
off.
with Hammer it is a little bit easier, because you can at least dish out some damage, but yeah, no safeties at all. Was a little bit scary, but yeah, I thought it is the right move to do, even though it didn't really pay off, except for the fact that I actually could go and check the pedestal and be sure that that is not a thing.
Well, both of you made really interesting routing decisions. Like, he didn't do Mothula that long after you, but he routed Catfish in at some point beforehand, so he had Red Mail prior to Mothula.
Well, if you're low on hearts, that doesn't help you that much, except with all the spikes that are in there.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. Like, I think he had 6 hearts going in over the 5. I think he had 6 hearts Red Mail. He still finished it first try, like just like you did. You both had a really amazing Mothula fight. But the routing was real interesting on both your parts. We were just looking at different routings that you guys are doing. And you started off more traditional, and then it was just a couple things that were like, oh, okay, he's doing that in that order. We were afraid you were going to miss the GT, or not the GT, the Desert Palace big key. Or the bow.
I kind of wanted to put off going for Pyramid and stuff until I get the big bomb. Because, yeah, item-wise I was relatively far into the seed. I was just missing a lot of stuff key-wise. So I thought, well, I always had stuff to do, and that was like a last resort after getting the flippers, routing Sora, Catfish, and all of that stuff in there. So, yeah, it worked out in the end, and I'm pretty happy after that shipwreck against Christos.
Well, you drew a tough opponent in the first round there, so.
Well, I mean, I lost about a minute on all 7 crystals, and then GT Big Key happened. If it would have been on the location it was in this seed, I would have actually bobbed Christos.
I mean, you had a good run overall. It was solid.
Yeah, it was just really trolley logic, but you were able to kind of keep busy and keep momentum going. Even when it looked like you were getting stuck, you had places to check. And unfortunately, that's just what happened. What happened to Rudolph was they kind of got stuck and like stopped in place for a little bit there.
Oh yeah, did he like double check stuff and such?
Yes, a couple locations kind of went back to again, and then the Turtle Rock thing just flat out did not remember that they got that extra key to get a little further in the dungeon to get over to where the boots were.
Oh, that's really unfortunate.
Yeah.
I think the only thing he did extra, I think he went back for that Thieves Town big chest, and that you didn't go back for.
Man, I always have a trauma when the small key just pops up that late that like something really important is in there. I mean,
oh yeah.
That's why I was afraid of Bo for you.
Where was Bo again?
It was in the big chest in Swamp after, and you got the big key, or Skullwood, yeah, after you had cleared it.
Ah, yeah, right. Yeah, I guess it was a little bit lucky. I routed that together with actually defeating TT, if I remember correctly. So it was kind of lucky that I tried to dodge TT for that long.
Yeah, because I was afraid you wouldn't go back since you'd beaten it.
Yeah, but like I said, I didn't actually do TT. I only did the first 4 chests because I wanted to have that small key first, and then went back there, did Schoolwood's big chest, did TT the rest except for the big chest because I still didn't have the small key. But yeah, I was pretty happy to actually see that bow because yeah, it gave me a lot of stuff to do in Eastern Dark World, or well, on the eastern side of the map in general.
So one interesting thing for you, you did end up with the clip from this race.
Sorry?
You ended up with a little clip, one of the save video from this.
Really?
Somebody saved when you hit that dead rock in front of the Tower of Hera and it landed right on the step.
Oh yeah, that happened.
Yeah, so late into the run, and then that happens to you. Like, it's all you need.
Yeah, it was not like I was already like a little bit panicking if I really dodged something in the few locations that I didn't check, and like my opponent was already in GT at that point.
Well, Rudolph's making all the right decisions now that he's gotten his logic back on track. He's going to go into Swamp, hopefully clear left side, everything that he can. He'll get that last T-Rock key and the Ice Rod. And then from there, he just has to make the decisions to go to Tower of Hera to get hook shot, go back into finishing Turtle Rock, and then going into GT for the GT Big Key. Oh, so chat was against you, by the way, Yume. They were hoping that the GT Big Key was going to be in the other half of Swamp.
I would have not been surprised, honestly. Would have not been surprised if I did the wrong gamble for the GT Big Key again. But yeah, it was like 4 chests in Swamp. It was the big key locations for TT and one other location that I don't have in mind right now that I didn't check except for G Tower. So it was like the odds are like 6 to 22. So bugger, let's just do it.
The other one that you guys hadn't checked was the second Castle Tower chest.
Yeah, right. Because the first castle key was on Laser Bridge and the second was on G Tower itself, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so Rudolph is making his way over. He's got the T-Rock key, I believe, since we said it was in the second chest. Or is it in this chest?
No, it was in the second chest, the bombable wall one.
Alright, so he's more than likely got his 4th key. Working on heading over to the left side. Hopefully he does left side.
Well, I mean, he should if he's already here anyways.
Yeah. He's been making very interesting routing decisions, though.
At this point, there probably isn't too much else for him to check, so I think, yeah, sticking with the swamp play is what he's going to do.
Like, he had chat freaking out at the beginning, so he started out with Sank to Houlihan, to Link's house, straight over to Eastern. Or he went and bought bombs by the lake, and then went straight over to Eastern.
Okay.
That was his start. Like, he didn't go to Kakariko, didn't go to South Shore. And then after he had Dark World access, like he had Hammer way before you and then went to Kakariko. I think he had Dark World access probably just before you did. And instead of going into Dark World, he went and sequence broke onto Death Mountain, went all the way up to Terra, got the Skullwood's big key, and then didn't use the hammer to go East Death Mountain, which we were confused about. He just left after Hera.
Yeah, I actually considered going up there, but because I had so much stuff that I could do in Dark World, and not having the mids, I thought it is not worth it at that point, even though I could do East Side Death Mountain, but yeah, East Side Dark Death Mountain was not a thing at that point.
Yeah, and it didn't
Also
end up
later
mattering.
on when I went up there like 5 times or so, because that hookshot was in Hera. Gosh dang it.
It didn't end up mattering at all. I don't think Death Mountain had anything light or dark this time around.
No, nothing really of significance, I don't think.
I guess Tempered was actually in Hookshot Cave.
Oh yeah. Tempered
Yes.
was like what, 3rd item in Hookshot Cave, but that literally you got that right before going to finish T-Rock
Yeah.
and GT. So you had Tempered for a whole whopping like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, you only had Master Sword for like the last 30.
But yeah, that certainly was a very interesting seed to play.
For sure, yeah.
Does chat have any questions for Yume? Since chat's saying they are the coolest. I figure I might see if chat has anything they want to ask. Maybe they'll think of something that we haven't. While Rudolph's making his rounds. Where's Rudolph heading now?
I am not sure.
Oh, Castle Tower. Castle Tower would be a Dark World, more than likely. Oh, so one person in chat asked you, if this is the most challenging seed you played so far for Keysanity.
I honestly wouldn't say so. I had seeds that kinda went better, but still were like 230, 240-ish in the end. Because yeah, it's also dragged out like crazy, and stuff like, oh hey, Randomizer put the small key for swamp into swamp, so you're searching like forever.
The woes of
and,
what was it, V20? That was V27, wasn't it?
27 or 26, yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun time. That 10% chance vanilla small key.
Well, was it 10% for real?
Yes, that was the whole reason they had to fix it. It was a 10% chance that it would wind up in the first chest, that very first chest in Swamp.
Okay, yeah, that's a little bit much.
New race later. I know we have, if you check out the schedule, I know there's a ton of upcoming.
But I like the seed very much because like every second opponent or enemy dropped like a full magic refill.
It was pretty generous with the drops, yeah.
And bomb pull with 8 bomb pull for the first tree pull.
Yeah, of course that as well, yeah. Because I always routed like Sanctuary. Check Lumberjacks and then go to Kakariko.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Go on.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Yume.
Yeah, because I don't know. I haven't gotten much out of Uncle route or any other route for the longest time, so I decided, especially in Keysanity, where like the tree pulls and the crabs are like your best chance to actually get either the money or the bombs that you need for the start. Of course, except you go from Link's house and get the bombs there. It's the best chance to actually get your bombs at the start of the seed, or, well, the money to actually get the bombs that you need for Kakariko.
Oh
That is
no.
very true.
Oh no. Rudolph passed by Tower of Hera.
No, don't do this.
Yeah, there's a race on SG3 right now. There's also another race, like they said, starting up on SG2 in 6 minutes. It's a four-person on-screen race. It's still 2 1v1s. They're just going to be showing 4 different racers at the same time on one seat. Rudolph does have the ice rod. Rudolph also has the key, so Rudolph can finish T-Rock. But he still needs the hook shot unless he's wanting to learn to hover today.
Is the Tower of Hera small key on Laser Bridge? Is that why they didn't go for it yet?
Oh yeah, he doesn't even have it marked, so possibly, yeah. I don't know though, because didn't Yume check it before coming to T-Rock again?
But
yeah, I did.
But you had already you had already been you'd seen Laser Bridge, but then you had to mirror out again, right?
No.
No,
Because the last small key that I needed was actually on the laser bridge.
Where was the Tower of Hera small key then?
I don't remember.
Oh no. This is not good for Rudolph.
No gold snake, I only triple dipped.
Yeah, we were talking about the potential for a quad dip. If the vanilla key hadn't have been on Laser Bridge, it would have been a quad dip.
Yep. Then it would have been, yeah.
No. He only had to triple dip because the vanilla key was on Laser Bridge. Yeah, so Rudolph is the one who's been to Laser Bridge and left.
Oh, right, this is where that compass comes in handy. He's checked 11 of 12 locations, so yeah, we should have known.
Yeah, it's just, where's the Tower of Hera small key? Where was it? Oh, yeah, he may not have checked Ballncrox or King's Tomb.
Yeah, I think that's where it was.
I think it was King's Tomb. That sounds right.
Yeah, that could actually be. I don't remember it though.
Yeah, it was such a off-the-wall key that you guys got. We were just like, oh no, another one-off chest that they already completed the dungeon for, or don't need to complete the dungeon. And then you went in there. You were like, oh, I'm just gonna check it, and the vanilla big key.
Yeah. I was like, come on, please just give me what I need and not the big key when I was down there. And yeah, big key. And yeah, at that point I was like, well, can't hurt to actually do the rest of this when I'm here anyways. And I mean, it worked out in the end with getting the hookshot in the big key chests of Hera.
Interesting Trinex fight going on right now.
Yeah, kind of taking on both heads at the same time. Seemed to work out okay.
I think they just want to dodge that
The ice patch.
Ice hat can get some ice off here. Which I would actually prefer as well when doing on Master Sword.
Yeah.
Because Master Sword is hard enough as it is without ice.
Yeah, well, see, you got lucky because the way you had found that Tower of Hera key, so you had hook shot and had tempered before you actually came back and finished him. Yeah, I've never seen it done like that either. So my guess is he's gonna go into GT. He's gonna find the GT big key. He's gonna have to full clear every chest in GT, hoping that Hookshot's in there. And then when he doesn't find Hookshot in there, we're gonna figure out what's gonna happen then.
Can't get the big key. He needs the hookshot for getting the big key.
Can he not bonk across? No, he can't.
Nope,
Can he?
that doesn't work.
Ooh, I didn't
Don't
even
know
think
if
about
you can
that.
actually bump jump over there. Never tried that.
The Hookshot is in Tower of Hera's big chest. Well, he doesn't have Hera's small key. He has to find the small key to Hera. Come on, chat. You can't do a dungeon you have no keys for. This is Keysanity. Yeah, he's gonna go in hoping he can get to it. Yeah, he has Ice Rod. He has everything but Hookshot and GT Big Key. He has Cape as well. You may have given us some tutorials on how to do some stuff.
Yeah, I was actually playing around with the game before this started and actually saw that boomerang dash and bow dash as well. Just kills grass and bushes.
Alright, so he's gonna do the same thing you did. He's doing tile room.
Well, if I would need both things, the big key and the hookshot, I would try that as well. I mean, there is not much more you can do.
I mean, you tried it just needing the big key.
And I would do it again because I don't know, in Keysanity I had it like once or twice already that it happened to be there.
I'm guessing you just saw what chat said about you.
Yeah. I don't know which Arnold is
I mean,
about, though.
the only Arnold would be the actor the actor / Governor.
Oh, Mr. Schwarzenegger.
Yes.
I mean, I don't live that far away from Austria, so...
I think it's just a slightly similar accent. Chat's getting all hyped for.
I guess that also makes sense because
Or
native
Arnold
German
Palmer the
speaker.
What? Chat's never heard the Governor? Really? Don't do it. Don't oblige chat this time. It won't end. I mean, at this point, well, he can't. That's unless he knows how to hover, he can't even get the big key. Like Yume was right. The big key is hookshot locked. I mean, this room right here is hookshot locked.
I think, is it possible to do a bomb jump over to that little island?
Oh, you can. I guess this is a possibility, but even if he gets to the middle one, you can't get from the middle to the top, right?
No, you wouldn't be able to.
Oh, Actually, like this, that could work.
Well, he
Could
has nothing to
maybe
bonk
bomb
off
jump
of,
from
though.
here.
Oh my god. He tried. Everybody should give him a follow and a prop just for trying that. Yeah, you can bonk to the bottom of the room. The problem is he can't get to the 4 chests at the top.
Yeah, but the big key was in Fire Snake room, so he could actually get there.
Oh, is he going to go full right now and try and get the 3 chests down at Ice Armos?
Yeah, he can do that. I feel so bad for him because it's literally one thing he's missing. But I also feel proud of him because he's trucking on through this, no matter how bad this has been. Oh no. Speaking of how bad it's been, the door closes in your face right as you're about to go through it.
Oh, the disappointment. Oh. Well, that is actually one of the hardest rooms in the whole game to navigate in the end, so it can always happen that something is in your way and you don't get it in the end.
Yeah, and after a long run like this, when you're, a little bit tilted, and so yeah, it's easy to make a little mistake and it can cost you.
Now he's getting
Certainly,
trolled
yeah.
by the Gibdo. Oh no. Are you just interested to see what else was in Swamp?
Yeah, guess I'm doing 100% real quick out of this. Well, I'm not gonna get all the stuff that I saw but didn't get, but
That means you have to go back to GT and you have to go open the GT big chest.
alright.
Because we never get to see what's in that. This seed just had a very, very crazy logic point to it. There was a list of item locks that pretty much you had to start with flute and pod with 2 keys. Was what it wanted you to do. And that flute and pod locked like 7 or 8 items that were all required. Yeah, we're gonna see what's at Ice Armos.
Yeah, and good old Bob's chest.
True, we hadn't seen this yet either. Oh, he double killed Bob. How sad. Bob's chest is a big 20. Maybe he'll find butter.
That'd be something.
Well, I don't think he'll find butter, because if he ever finds hookshot, he'll be in go mode. So he'll probably never check hookshot.
That's true.
I want to say he will, because he won't have the big key for G-Tower by that time.
Nope, he hasn't. So unless it was in one of the chests you check at top of Gauntlet, it has to be either in the back of Swamp or it has to be Rando Room or... Yeah, it could be Rando Room. We haven't seen that yet either.
Yeah.
Well, there's Ether.
Yep.
He tried to open the big key chest. He doesn't have the key. Come on, Rudolph. You need to go find the Tower of Hera small key. He's trying to see if he can work his way backwards. Can he work his way backwards to Rando Room? Yeah, no, right?
I don't think so.
I wonder if there's a way to bomb clip yourself through the through that teleporter.
It seems like it's possible.
I don't think that would help you in the long run anyway, so I think it's another blank one on the other end, but... Oh, he's trying to go down the other side again by bonking. Alright, he's bonking forward this time. No! Poor Rudolph.
Nicely done with the bonks, though.
As of right now, we don't even think he can get GT Big Key without hookshot. He overthrew it. This is not going his way. He's almost to the right room.
Yeah, and I think you can actually bomb jump that.
Yeah, but I've never even seen anybody bomb jump this. If he had pushed it up with... No, that's not enough. That's too many places away, right? Oh, he's going to try to bomb jump it. Uh-oh. Oh, he's across. He got the big key.
Wow.
Here's the only issue now. He has to hover now to beat the game. This is impressive. I would give him a follow. I would give him likes. Whatever you guys could give him. He is trying his hardest, given how bad this seed has been. Well, there's Bugnet. He did not find Sword in Rando Room either, did he?
No.
So where else could Sword be locked to? I guess it has to be in the top of the gauntlet, one of the chests that you may didn't check.
Yeah, at this point, that's probably where it would have to be.
Or it could be in big chest, which it looks like he's actually on his way to go check. Hookshot is actually in the big chest of Tower of Hera.
Oops.
He needs the hook shot, technically. He is going to go for the big chest. And it's the sword. He's running into spikes now.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah, so butter for you, Yume, is big chesting in his tower.
Yeah, I want to get in there. I don't want to make the big round. Come on, game. Let me through. Alright, I actually have to validate the run. Thanks that Chad is actually telling me to do that.
Oh yeah, that's the only single arrow.
Yeah.
Oh, he's actually going up the gauntlet. What is he gonna do though? Because if he falls at Moldorm, it respawns, right?
Yep. It does.
Oh my goodness. What is he gonna do? Honestly, I'm just impressed at this point, no matter what he does.
Yeah.
I think Chad is behind him too. Like, Chad's been cheering him on. You might have won the race, Yume, but I think Rudolph won Chad over. Of course, you going and pulling Ped might swing it back in your favor a little bit.
Well, I'm on the way. I'm actually on my end there.
Yeah, you're entering the woods right now on our end. Yeah. So Yume already finished. Yume finished at 219. Rudolph still finishing. He had some trolley bits that he didn't catch on to until a bit later. Current time in the seed, let's see. We are currently at 3 hours 3 minutes since he doesn't have a doesn't have a timer up.
Let me try real quick if I actually can reset my timer so that it's going on from the time it is right now for Rudolph. Yes. Okay, my timer is now running on the time Rudolph is in.
Yeah, it's not showing up on ours yet.
Well, it will take like 20 seconds or so.
We may have a timer for you here in the second chat. Yeah, there it goes.
We go.
Does that make you feel better, chat, now that we got a timer for Rudolph? B-Link's probably falling asleep by this point. B-Link's doesn't have anything left to track.
By the way, track my Ether medallion though.
Like I said, probably fell asleep. Give B-Links a follow, by the way, for doing the excellent tracking in the background. It's hard to keep up with 2 races. We've all done it. We've all pulled commentary. We've all pretty much pulled tracking. We can tell you it's not easy to do anything on for this racing community.
Yeah, very true.
It's fun, not easy. So give them a follow. Props for Sabo.
Oh, props to Karma too.
I don't think. Do we have another race on this anytime soon?
I think the schedule for SG1 here is pretty clear.
Okay, because I didn't know. I want Rudolph to be able to finish, but I don't know how much time we have for him to finish.
I don't think there's anything on the main speed gaming channel until 5 o'clock, so we're good for a little bit.
Okay. I don't think he'll wait that long to either he'll finish by that point or probably forfeit out by that point.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know if Rudolph can finish yet. We know Rudolph can make it to Moldorm 2, but we don't know if Rudolph can make it past Moldorm 2 yet. I don't think I've ever seen anybody use Lantern on those. Yeah, Hookshot is pretty trolly. Hookshot is Tower of Hera big chest, and the big key for Tower of Hera is in the basement of Tower of Hera, and that small key is Boots, behind one of the Boots locations. It has been rough, but he's been trucking, so we've been impressed with a lot of what we've been seeing from Rudolph. Yume's time was 2 hours and 19 minutes.
Yes.
And 6 seconds, to be precise. Yeah, we think it's in King's Tomb. Oh, he did the exact same thing you did. Yume instantly got knocked by Troll 2. Oh, poor Rudolph. We're about to find out whether he can do this or not.
I've actually got a better clip of something similar happening in Tower of Hera. Let me get that real quick.
I think what he was doing is I think he was setting on a cane block to see if he could bonk off the cane block.
Mm-hmm.
But when you run into the cane block, it just launches it. He's trying to think if there's anything he can do.
Taking a moment to compose himself before making the attempt.
Oh.
Second account. Sure.
He fell.
Oh no. He tried. He tried.
Yep.
I don't know. Honestly, I'm sure somebody's tried to bomb jump it. I'm hoping if he does end up quitting or forfeiting this, I hope he does come into chat with us, because I would like to see his input on this. He's not forfeiting yet, so don't give up on him yet. Maybe he's pulling up a guide on how to hover from Andy, because that is allowed. He did equip Mirror, though.
Maybe giving it one more try.
He is. He's Dustin. Oh.
Oh.
He's not giving up yet. He's just... He doesn't have anything left to check, does he? He has the 4 chests he can't get to. What's the 5th chest he's missing? Oh, no. He has the chest at the top. He has that last Moldorm chest. 2 chests. Now he's trying to figure out if there's any way he can get in that room. He's gonna try bomb jumping.
Should actually be possible, I think.
If he can get to that... well, see, he needs to angle it so he goes to the top corner. He needs to move up, I think, now. Yeah, because it's going to shoot him down. I think he needs to place the bomb where he did and then move up above it a little bit. Yeah, like this might be... Oh, it's close.
Getting close, yeah.
Wow. He did it.
That's pretty good.
I've never seen that before, but now we all know it's possible. Look at Rudolph teaching us all how to do GT. And finding all the money in that room. Yeah, he doesn't know where the key to Hera is. That's his issue. Like, he's got to figure out that Hera is the one thing he could do if he could find the stuff for it.
Yeah, it looks like he's just kind of running through whatever else might be left.
Yume's been done for a while. Yume just decided to sit there after pulling the pad and let you guys see that the lonely arrow sat there. Oh, he's going Sank.
He's figured it out.
We hope. Come on, Rudolph. Come on. Go to the boots locations. Go right. Go right. It's left. Okay, he's checking Bonk Rocks first. Hey, as long as he checks Bonk Rocks, maybe that means he should remember King's Tomb. Here he goes. Woot woot. This should be it right here. He should get his tower a small key. There it is. He's like, what?
What do I do now?
This is gonna be the most hilarious, like, I wonder what he's gonna do to the hookshot chest. Well, at least at this point, he doesn't have to finish Hera. He just literally has to get the hookshot and run.
Yep.
We do have so right now, Yume's timer is actually reflecting Rudolph's time. Yeah, so Yume is already finished, but Yume was nice enough to restart his timer so that we had a visual timer for Rudolph.
And right now, giving the King's Tomb the business there.
Deserves it, honestly.
Sure does.
Yume is taking out Rudolph's rage on King's Tomb right now, or at least what we know would be rage if he knew what it led to.
Well, I think at this point he knows.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, he's about to find out. He's heading to the basement right now. He's gonna find the big key.
I actually want to see the reaction when he gets the big key down there.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Rudolph has done some impressive stuff. Rudolph's tried to hover for us. He's tried a lot of stuff. So yes, this is still going, but it's been impressive. I mean, Rudolph is darn near 100% this game.
Yeah, at this point.
I think literally if he finishes checking GT on his way up, which means the last chest, and if he decides he just wants to go kill Moldorm 1, the only thing he'll have left is Castle Tower and the ped pool. And the other, yeah, and the other half of Swamp. He didn't do Swamp. He didn't even react. He was just like, of course. He just got the big key and instantly mirrored. It was just like, of course. Of course it's the big key. Yeah, mad props for him for finishing this race. He has had a rough time. He is already about an hour past his opponent's finishing time, and he's still trucking. And now on the right track, and he should be finishing probably in the next, like, 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, that sounds about right with what he's got left to do.
Because he still has to trek all the way up the gauntlet. That's not it, Rudolph. He's going to try for the bomb jump.
This bomb jump kind of scares me. It does it well.
He got it, and he got the hook shot. Didn't even rage. Oh, he has to check hookshot cave too.
Oh yeah.
I think I would do it just for the memes since it's on the way. If he does, he gets gold sword out of it. He is going up and finishing Troll Dorm, even though he didn't need to. Hey, he's putting on the rest of the show for chat. I think somebody checked the green pendant. Did you check the green pendant, Yume?
It was either 50, 100, or 300 bucks. Not sure anymore.
So it was a
green
bunch
rupee
of
with a
rupees.
number.
It was a bunch of rupees, chat. It was a bunch of rupees.
No.
Yeah.
Troll door, please.
He fell once to Troll Dorm.
Ether was in Swan Palace, the lonely chest in the waterfall room, or however you want to call it.
Yeah, it's back half. Yeah, there's a bunch of races today. If you type in ! schedule, it'll pop up the list of races for today. Just to give you a heads up on what's up, there's a double race going on Speed Gaming 2 right now at 5 Eastern. There is a race on Speed Gaming 4. 6 Eastern, there's a race on ALTTP Randomizer. There is another double race at 7 on Speed Gaming 3. Another double race at 8 on Speed Gaming 4. Another double race at 8 on ALTTP Randomizer 2. And then the last one for the night is at 11 on Speed Gaming 4. It's another double race. And there's Raelius with the schedule pop up. If you click on that first link, it'll take you to the spreadsheet that has all the times, dates, and who's running, who's commentating. You can see all the information for the races that are upcoming.
Yeah, it looks like he's going for the 216 perfect score here.
Well, might as well, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, he won't get the perfect 216, but
It'll be darn close.
Rudolph has already lost this round, unfortunately, but he's putting on a great show. He finally found his hook shot, finally is in go mode, has already got every item out of GT except for one, and has decided to go get the other half of Swamp just for chat. If you're just joining us, Yume has already won this race. He finished with a time of 2:19.06. His timer right now is just reflecting the current time since Rudolph doesn't have a timer up. And actually, another way you guys can see the races, does it have it on there? So if any interested, that's the link that will show you the bracket as far as the pairings. I'll also show you everybody's standings and records currently. Which pretty much means you'll just be able to see who's 1-0, 0-1. I don't think he went and got the 2 chests, but that's not too big of a deal. He's gonna just go kill Argus, just to say he done it all. Now, don't you wish you could kick the Book of Medora around?
I mean, you can even shroom dash. I don't know why you cannot book dash. I want to book dash, man.
We'll just have the book open in your palm.
That would look pretty cool.
Especially with a sprite, because I think that's, what, a witch-based sprite?
Yeah, it's Marissa from Toho. So yeah, certainly a witch.
Alright. Rudolph has downed Argus. Three hours for the week. We're at almost 3.5 now. Alright, let's see if it's finally time. Yeah, there was a big troll in the seed. There was actually 2. Both of which hit Rudolph fairly hard. The first being the boots were in the T-Rock big chest, which you only had 2 keys to get directly to it. So you had to go in there knowing that it would be a double dip. Also, the hook shot was in Hera big chest, which you had to have the small key out of King's Tomb, which was locked behind the boots. And then when you got to Hera, that small key led to the big key, which then allowed you to get up the tower and go get the hook shot. Oh, he is going to go do Castle Tower for us too. How nice. We're going to go see what was in Dark Maze. What is left? Bloomerang?
Yeah.
How have we not seen Bloomerang this whole run? Yeah, this seed was actually super, super nice at the beginning, is what's funny. Like, the seed loaded them down at the beginning. And then there was just the sequence that the boots locked. The boots locked a Master Sword, which locked the flippers, which was pretty much what got the whole seed going. Yep, so he is going to go do Castle Tower for us. Is he going to go kill Agadem 1?
I think that's what he's setting up for.
Oh, he's not getting the chest. He just wants to go kill Agadem. Okay.
He got the chest already.
No, he had just gotten the second. Oh, did he? Yeah, I guess he did.
he got the second chest some time ago. I was already in here when he got it.
That's right. It's probably one of his last checks for the hook shot. Rudolph isn't searching for anything. He's in go mode now. He just had already been up GT. He had already been as far as Moldorm 2 without the hook shot. He's just doing this for you guys. And while while Rudolph is on his way to Aga 1, we've got Yume playing Keep Away from the Boomerang. Yeah, so this is gonna put Rudolph into the 0-2 bracket. Pretty much all that means he's still got 3 more rounds of Swiss if he feels like playing them. I'm sure there'll be plenty of runners who keep in just for the experience at the very least. But it'll just knock him completely out of the top 8 contention. You'll have to go undefeated or be in the race off at the X1 in order to make top 8.
Out of a field of like 200 and something like that, it's pretty tough to be up at the top there.
Yeah, I think the math's already been done. There's going to be 6 or 7 people that go undefeated. And then there'll be like 1 or 2 that get in off the 4-1 race. Out of like 30. I think somebody said 32 earlier, 31, something like that. And he's going to swag in him it. Why not at this point, right?
Yeah, you've come this far.
See how many blue balls he gets. So far, 0. Oh, there's the first one. So 3 blue balls so far. 4 blue balls. Wow. Even Academ's being trolly.
Not surprised at all.
Yeah, really.
Well, it started out with 3 regular shots and 1 blue ball in the first round. And then the second round was, I think, 1 regular ball, 3 blue balls. Oh, there it goes. Now he's got 2. So it's 5 total blue balls. Is it finally time for him to go up to GT?
Most likely we'll get a stop off at the hookshot cave, I imagine.
No, where's he going next? He got something else to go get. Is he going to get the library item?
Got the library.
He already got library.
But race game.
Oh, now we're getting the pedestal? Oh, jeez. Where you going, Rudolph?
Oh, he beat Aga 1. He's going to go get the item that was Lumberjack.
Ah, yeah.
No, I'm still here. I'm just showing the pedestal a little bit more.
Well, that finishes off all of the heart pieces.
Oh wow, he does. He has the full 20 hearts. This is how pro beats the game right here. Again, if you haven't done it yet, give him a follow. I mean, this guy has been just churning out, just running. Didn't give up, even when it was really bad. Even though, as of right now, it's over an hour past his opponent's finishing time, he is still going. And he has pulled off some crazy stuff in GT that we didn't even know was possible. Synced up screens.
Oh yeah.
Nah, he's actually completely cleared GT. He has one item left in GT, and it's just the Moldorm 2 chest. He's at 26 to 27, if I'm not mistaken. He even got the big GT chest. Oh, he still has more. Oh no, he's gonna go with potion. That is a good question. Where have we not checked at all that the blue boomerang can be?
I wonder if we might have seen it, but because both our runners grabbed red boomerang first, we just haven't seen it in the menu. Or it's in Hookshot Cave.
No, because Hookshot Cave, Yume completely checked.
That is... Oh hey, I actually have boomerang. Don't know where it was.
You have the blue boomerang?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it's just not tracked. That's fine. So yeah, that should be 100% then.
I think so.
Trollorm 2 had a 5-arrow upgrade, if I remember correctly.
That's his last thing other than Hookshot. So if he gets Hookshot, then... Yep. Okay, cool. If you have it, he probably has it. He may have skipped 2 chests in Swamp. He has Ether. Ether was in Swamp. They both have Ether. I think the tracker at this point is just sitting back enjoying this like the rest of us are. Oh, nope. What do you know? Ether's now on the track. Give B a follow. B is still tracking. 3.5 hours in.
He certainly deserves it, yeah. Well, it was a long day for him.
B-Lynx is doing a great job. It wasn't a 3-hour seed. Yume finished in 2. Rudolph probably could have finished a sub 3 if he hadn't a full cleared the game, maybe. Or he would have been real close to a 3 when he found a hook shot. But it was just a hook shot. And we do have Butter Sword, so... Literally one more item left, and then the only items that will have been skipped. Like, he even went back to library, so what did you guys actually skip then? Nothing?
Over both runners, I guess there was nothing skipped anymore, no.
I like that hookshot pull over that block.
Yeah, I like that too.
No, Rudolph was just hunting for everything. He got so fed up with the seed, he just decided he was going to 100% it for everybody.
Yeah, I'm just derping around.
Yume is already finished. Yume is just beating a thief senseless.
Doesn't work though, sadly.
If only you could like quake a thief and it turned into like one of those little jelly piles.
You're giving him
I
ideas here.
I think you can actually freeze them, though.
Well, you should try ether since you haven't. See, maybe freeze the thief, take it, and throw it. Add another enemy just for the lulz.
Okay, that doesn't work.
All 4 bottles. They have all 4 bottles. It didn't work. We're just now seeing you attempt it right now. Yep. Ether does not work on the... Oh, that's sad. Dang. Those are like the most resilient thieves ever, aren't they?
Man.
Yeah,
Nothing
they're
kills
unstoppable.
them.
You hit them with ether, you hit them with quake, you hit them with ice rod. Kana Samaria just knocked them back a little bit. I do like that cane block though. That's awesome. Dang, he got silver arrows in him. Somebody's like, try powder.
Timing will be a little bit hard for that. Not even powder is doing anything to them. What the? Okay. Can I defeat them with literacy? Nope.
Those thieves are literally unkillable.
Man. So
Now we know. Thief equals
final
the true
boss,
final
man.
boss.
Yeah.
And he
certainly.
steals all your arrows, he steals all your money and your bombs.
You can't do anything against it because you can't kill them. Gosh. OP, please nerf.
That's V29, killable thieves. Lamp was like first chest in Skullwoods. It wasn't that bad this run. A lot of their early game stuff was pretty easy.
Oh, yeah, let's get a golden bee. Probably that works.
Oh, you released your golden bee though earlier, didn't you?
Well, I can get another one. That's not a problem. Oh shit! No, I don't have the swag net. No.
The bug net's in it's in GT.
The dream is dead.
It's in GT Rando Room.
Okay, probably I got it till.
And Rudolph's already on Moldorm 2.
I guess I don't get it till Rudolph is done then.
He tried to hover. We give him credit. He tried twice. That was a double, right?
It was.
And then a 0. And another 0. And a 1. So 3 more hits. Oh, that was almost it. He needs 1 more. He should get it right here. There it is.
Very nice.
Agatu down. I think it was a 200121. Because it's 6 hits, Bilbo. Yeah, the first runner finished in 219. Rudolph is finally in the Ganon fight with butter, silvers, half magic, 20 hearts, red mail, mirror shield.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Yep. So he may have technically lost the race, but he won the chat's hearts.
What the actual?
What are you trying to do?
I actually tried to bomb jump, but look at the spike afterwards.
Wait, what?
I don't know what's going on there.
Glitch report. Coughlin, you have a bug. It's official.
And there
Rudolph
we go.
finally finishes the Ganon. That is actually a funny glitch. The spike quit. It was working for too long. Alright, Rudolph had an official time of 3 hours, 42 minutes, and 53 seconds. We'll see if he wants to come in and chat for a minute. I wouldn't blame him for noping out, but hopefully he'll come in and chat.
I hope so as well.
And he is going to come in and chat.
Yeah.
So I guess as we're waiting for Rudolph to pop into the to do his little post interview here, Speed Gaming's got quite a few things going on. We got lots of Keysanity races to check out through most of the evening. There are some Super Mario Brothers races going on as well as a couple of Mega Man things, and that kind of does it for most of the schedule. But that is chock-a-block full all the way through the evening. So definitely check out Speed Gaming 1 through 4 after this race. There's going to be more all day long.
Yeah, like I was reading off earlier, we got races for Keysanity tournament all the way up through 11, pretty much almost every hour. I think there's like maybe an hour or two span where there's not a new race popping up. I think the next one starts up at 5. There's still one ongoing. And here comes Rudolph.
Rudolph, GG, man.
GG.
I was beginning to wonder if people were still watching.
Oh, you don't know. So you might not have technically won the race, but you won chat. You had
Wait,
chat
really?
rooting you on. Yes, you are the people's champion.
I thought they don't hate me. I thought I should have just surrendered a long time ago.
No, we were actually learning things that we didn't know was possible. Like, none of us knew that you could do that. The bomb jump that you did in GT, to get to that north room, where you normally have to have a hook shot, none of us knew it was possible.
Well, I actually made that up on the spot.
Yeah, we noticed you making small corrections every time it would miss, and I was like, well, he needs to place the bomb a little lower, go a little higher. Then you finally did, and it just lined up perfect. You slammed right into that spot in between the skull and the block.
I tried to make up a whole bunch of other sequence breaks on the spot too, and they seemed a lot better in my head. Not so good when I actually did them.
Yeah, like, everybody loved your GT. Go ahead, Sapo.
Oh, no, that's fine. No, go ahead.
Like, we
Sorry?
seriously loved your GT. Like, your GT, like, the first time you went in and you bombed and bonked your whole way through without hookshot, you literally cleared it without hookshot.
I mean, I think I did see a video once where someone did that. But I don't remember clearly how it went.
You've inspired Yume. Yume is over here doing the bonking and bomb jumping across that room right now.
Yeah, and
Oh.
trying to get the spike glitch again. I don't know how that worked, actually.
I mean, also something that comes to mind is when I tried to fake flippers to get the Palace of Darkness big key on the island. It was Palace of Darkness, right?
That's right, it was, yep.
And then I forgot that I could not use the mirror because I was in the water.
Right, yeah.
Overall, that was just a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day.
That is the right way to put it, for sure. Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of good things early on in your game that were working out. You know, your routing was like a little bit unorthodox, but it was paying off okay. But just not finding that hook shot, that was the thing that got Yume as well. You know, that it definitely added way more time to the run.
That and boots.
And boots, it was boots. Sorry, it's been so long.
Boots are what trolled Rudolph the most. Like,
That is right, yeah.
You pretty much got down to where the only thing you could do was go back into T-Rock.
Yeah, I even forgot I had the key.
That's what we figured. We figured you'd forgot you picked up the second key or didn't realize you could get more chests by going back in. We figured something was just blanking on your mind. And then when you got up to when you passed by Tower of Hero, we were like, oh no, he's passing by it. And then we realized you didn't have the small key, and we were like scrambling to try to remember where it was.
Yeah, when I got it, I said out loud, "A lead!"
But you know
Just
what,
finally,
you know what, you
something
gotta have
was
props. You persevered through that, even though you knew you hadn't won. You knew that your other opponent finished already, and you still persevered through that and kept going.
I mean, I thought it would be a disappointment for anyone still watching, if there was anyone still watching. And I mean, a disappointment to myself for getting all the way to Ganon's Tower. I actually considered forfeiting there. If I had done that, it would have been my first forfeit ever.
You know, there's nothing wrong with going with the forfeit, but you know, persevering like you did, like that is true grit right there. So yeah, good on you.
Thank you.
And if you're worried about people watching, currently there's still 355 viewers.
Oh, hi guys.
You had a following. And if you go and look at chat right now, you had a following. They're all saying Rudolph's the hero, Rudolph's the people's champ. You got the people's champ medal off in chat.
It's pretty
Wait.
cool.
I missed 5 items? Where?
I was trying to think. It's probably stuff you guys both like passed early game.
There were 2 in Swamp for some reason. I think when you went to Argus, you were only at like 7 out of 10 on the counter, on the compass counter.
Yeah, you missed the two chests on back half of Swamp. The 2 that are in the room by themselves below the waterfall room.
Oh yeah, those. I didn't get those.
No, you skipped by those 2. Trying to think what else you could have missed. It was probably something like when you go into Hera, down the first steps, like items like that you missed, because those count towards your total too.
Sorry, which items?
You know, like the ones that aren't in chests, the ones that are just sitting out. So like
Yeah.
the one that's like in Hera when you first go down the steps on the left, that's just sitting there in that little block. It's probably something like one of those kind of items that you can see, but you don't. You know, it's not chest. I couldn't tell you where you guys missed them or skipped them at, though. Honestly.
Yeah.
I remember getting that item in the Tower of Hera. It was a red rupee. There are a lot of rupees and bombs in this game.
There definitely are. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know where else you missed. Honestly, I'm sitting here racking my brain. I don't know where else you missed.
No, yeah, I can't think of it either.
Probably race game.
No, I got that.
He got library. He got both items in the woods. I'm trying to think of all the. He went back and got the lumberjack item.
I can open the stream now, right?
Yeah, you can open it. Inside the spectacle rock. Did you get that one?
Yes, it was the fire
Yeah, it
shield.
was the shield upgrade that I didn't get.
Okay, so. Did you get the Lonely Island? I think you did, because I think you stopped there for a minute to think.
Yeah, that was a heart container.
It was a piece of heart container, right? I had all 20.
Well, we know 2 items he skipped out of the 5. We don't know the other 3. The 2 that he skipped were, see, you even got, if you're looking at chat right now, hi Rudolph, you were great, just popped up in chat.
Yeah,
I'm
I think
not there yet.
I don't think we're gonna be able to solve this mystery. Like we've been through so many locations. I have no clue.
It's a pity it's a race seed, or there'd be a spoiler that I could look at.
Yeah, right.
Well, even from that, you wouldn't know. You got all the actual items. It would be like either keys or it would be either
Maps,
keys or
compasses.
maps or compasses or something that you missed, or like bombs,
That's
rupees. But anyways, so overall, I think the seed was nice to you guys in the beginning, and then we said that we ran out the logic for what was required to get those boots, and what the boots was blocking, and just that line of logic was insane. And from that point, it just trolled you really hard off the boots, and then the hook shot, of course.
Know what else is funny? People in the Discord were talking about how hovering wouldn't be useful.
This might have been like one of the few cases where it would have worked out.
Well, so hovering is really only useful in that scenario where hookshot technically wasn't required, except for getting across the last gap from Moldrum 2.
I mean, I've gotten a few successful hovers, so I might be able to do that eventually, but
It is not an easy task.
no, not really. I actually went on to practice dark rooms.
I think that's more useful.
So what do you guys got to add about the seed? Anything that you guys particularly... Well, I ain't gonna say like or dislike, just any comments.
Final thoughts, I guess.
I guess I mainly said that earlier. It was great that you got like full magic refills from half of the enemies. That you kind of started off with a lot of good items already and got Dark World access that early. And yeah, from there on it went southwards.
What about you, Rudolph?
Not a whole lot. I mean, once again, I forgot about Escape. Yeah, there's not really much I can add. Just, this wasn't a very good day for me.
It's
But I'm
just
glad you all enjoyed it.
yeah, it's just the
Oh,
way
yeah.
rando works. Sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're not. To be fair, I don't think you had any bad execution. I think it was just luck.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah.
Well, thank you. I'm looking forward to my next race more now.
Yeah, and we're hoping that it gets restreamed because I'm sure chat will want to watch your next one. So keep on the lookout, chat. Starting, I think, at the end of Sunday or Monday, they'll post the new pairings, and schedules will start be going out for the different races. So if there's racers you like that have already raced this week, just keep an eye open, and hopefully you'll get to turn into their next match.
Yeah, so I guess that'll about do it for us here. Quite an epic journey for all of us. So shout-outs again to our tracker B-Links for sticking with us the entire time, and to our runners, Rudolph and YumeTsubasa. Thank you for putting on a great show. And I guess that's kind of going to do it for me. I've been Sabotender.
And commentating with IB Karma.
All right, folks, have a good day.